Yeah, make
Wait,
sure you put his name
across
last.
the tables, bro, please.
He just
Oh
fucking
man,
high out of his mind.
dude, I'm so fucking gone. So, yeah, thank you,
Okay.
Vape, for
On
that.
what? Just pot? You smoking pot?
Me?
Yeah, like straight
Yeah.
grass.
Oh, straight.
All right.
All right.
So our top 6 for Super League is looking like this: Bayern, City, Brighton, Liverpool, Barca, and Arsenal is your top 6, and then followed by Inter, Leipzig, who's in 8th. Let me pause there, Isco. So, do you have anything to
Yes.
say right now about your
Do I have
team?
anything to say?
Yeah,
Meaning,
just about your recent performances, your team morale.
sorry, I'm actually backing into a handicap spot right now, and trying to make sure that I'm on mute.
I fit you well, brother.
Okay.
So what was the question?
I said, what's up with your team, man?
Oh, are we on to the Super League standings?
Yeah.
Currently, you are
Um,
sitting in what is
What are
that,
we,
8th
7th?
place?
I think we're in. Okay,
You're
8th or 7th or whatever, and we're like 3 points off of 4th, aren't we, or something like that? Or like
whatever.
5 points off of 4th.
All right.
We're 5 points off 4. Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. It's like the matter of like one game day and we could be in fourth place or whatever, or whatever it is, third place. Like I'm not worried about it at all. It's a 2-team race right now, and I expect City and City's lost like half their team because of what we're going to talk about later. So I'm sure they'll fall a little bit, and we all know that your team isn't that good because we beat you pretty easily. So I'm not that concerned about it, Money. And Cage, your team's pretty awful too. So we're going to get into like how deep the Super League top whatever is later on in the podcast. Oh Jesus Christ! Later on as well. And I would encourage anybody who's looking at the standings right now and thinking that you're better than Leipzig because you're above us to remind yourself that you are the peasants in thy presence, and I don't even acknowledge any of y'all. So if I mention your name in this podcast, use it as a moment of grace from Daddy that I've chosen to acknowledge you.
Make sure you put up your handicap sticker.
Yeah, please. I mean, are there any really shocks in this table you guys see besides one for me is Lyon. I feel like they kind of dropped heavily. They were like what, 4th at a time, 2nd or something.
I told you guys that they were bums.
Well, I don't think they're bums, but I mean,
no, I don't know.
Well, you don't think they're good?
To me, the only like I don't know. Only thing that I have trouble seeing is Atletico in relegation because like when they play and they play good, like they can beat. Should they beat us in a cup game? Like I don't see how they're so down low. Other than that, like everybody's in it. Like the 8 through 15 that's interchangeable. 3 through 6 is interchangeable. Like I don't know. Atletico's the only one that stands out to me, to be honest.
All right. I mean, honestly, same to me, really. I just didn't really see any other. I mean, like
maybe even Chelsea, because Chelsea they have a good roster. I just
well,
don't know what
Chelsea,
the fuck.
yeah, that's just I don't know.
I just don't know what the fuck goes on. Like, do they troll or
What's good about Chelsea? Who's on Chelsea's roster that you feel
That's
so strongly about? Also, by the way, my phone connection is good, but it's not that good, so I can't see what's on the stream right now. So somebody give me a rundown of 1 through 10.
Yeah.
What did you say?
On Chelsea, they have like Ericsson and Vicious and Dewey and all them. Like
Vicious, they had strikers.
They have a decent roster, but I don't understand how they're in relegation.
Why you guys rate? Why? Okay, hang on, time out. Side content, away from the main talking point here. Why do you guys still consider Ericsson good?
Because he is, bro.
Based on what, dude? He hides in League One and racks up stats in League One, and as soon as he comes here, he's trash. I said this at the end of last season. The last time Ericsson was relevant was on a team that barely made top 6, and then before that was back on like FIFA 1984 when nobody good played in PCN. Like Ericsson is not a good player.
Just okay.
He hides in League One, bro.
I mean,
he has.
I kind of agree with Isco here. He's a decent player, but yeah, the problem is that he's like filled with apathy toward playing. He's like, I'll play if I want to, but if I don't want to, I don't care. He's one of those players that like he has the ability to be good, but he just doesn't give a shit. Or it seems.
Yes, exactly. He has a loser's mentality. He's a loser.
Well,
I
wouldn't say I don't know, but for me, that's how it is. Like he's a good player. I think he's a talented player, but he's not.
Yeah, exactly. It's like all the skill in the world.
Super League all the time, and he's not.
But he's not like relegation though. He's not relegation fodder. Like
Is he
Yeah.
not? Is he not?
no, like compared to
No.
other teams like Benfica and I'm not trying to disrespect
Yeah.
them, but I mean Ajax, you know what I mean? Like
He said Benfica, right?
But here's the thing, though, Money. They show up and they actually like give a damn and try. I've always said this. Like, I used to fall victim to the mentality of like, oh, I'm better than them, so I don't care, or like, I know that I'm more skilled than them, so I don't care, or I know that I'm elite one in Ultimate Team this past week, so like, I don't give a crap if they're any better than me in pro clubs right now. Like, I know that I can beat them if I really care. But like, when you repeat that to yourself over the course of like 9 seasons, like, at what point are you just really not that good and you don't have the mentality to be good? Not to talk about somebody who Exile recently banned, and Exile probably has strong feelings about, but one of the things that Evan Davids and I align with in the FUT community is that the biggest differentiation between the top, like the top 0.1% of the FUT pros, so not the whole entire FUT community, but just the top 0.1% of the pros, is mentality. There isn't a big mechanical difference between the top 0.1% of FUT pros and like the bottom of FUT pros. It's all about who makes the least amount of errors and who's like mentally locked in. Ericsson's biggest weakness is that he's not mentally ever locked in. He's just weak. He's like a weak person. He's a loser. He doesn't know how to win. He doesn't have the drive. He doesn't have the motivation. He doesn't instill those around him with motivation or drive. He just shows up. So I wouldn't want to play for him, and that's why his teams basically half fold every season, and why he probably shouldn't even have a team in the first place.
Okay.
I feel like he still has more titles than you. So
Oh my God, we're counting
that
those
loser
from way back
mentality
then?
still has more trophies than you.
Oh my God! All right, if
Yeah,
that's the case,
you're talking about
then Bill
loser.
Russell's the GOAT. If that's the case, then
Bill
My
Russell
mom
done
has
that.
more titles than him, and that's not the relevant point. Like, it doesn't.
No, I
fucking
actually
matter.
get what you mean, but I mean don't bring that title shit into this. Like we're
Nah.
talking about this season. Relax.
Not to mention the fact that I have a more recent title than him too.
Season,
I mean,
realistically, this
I
season,
agree.
I see what you're saying, but I still feel like if he
And
went to a
last,
team
and the one
there-
before that.
Okay, well, maybe he's not a good manager. I feel like we agreed on that though before.
He's not managing though. It's Bimst.
Yeah, but he's a
Bimst is
co-manager.
Well,
Yeah, I
okay.
mean, like it's the same thing. Just why do they keep getting teams? I mean, is there like a reason that like
Yeah, there's no
think
secret. And there's not
it's
a lot
hard
of
to get
people. There are not
managers.
a lot of people who are getting management positions here, especially not in Super League. When it's
Mm.
when it's a 4-team, realistically 4-team race. Really, it's 2, but to be generous, it's difficult to say, hey, get on and maybe get your shit pushed in the entire season. It's not super cool to get people to come in and want to do that. That's why people go to League 1. That's why people go to League 2. And that's just the way it is, man. Like, it's tough. I'll tell you right now, from my position on the table, it is fucking difficult. It is difficult without great players to come in and do well. And you get inconsistent performances, you have other issues, whatever. It's tough. I mean, I don't know why Swansea only won like 3 games, 2 games. They had a lot of good old heads that should know how to play, but they can't play. I don't know what the deal is.
Personally, how is that though? Like I know you've been at the top for a while, but like being down there, being so low, and like players' morale, like being so low and wanting to leave, like that, like that's tough as a manager. Like you're trying to be positive, but it just gets
No,
worse.
that went out the window a long time ago, man. The positivity. It started like, oh, it's okay, we'll get back on the horse. We'll do that, dude. No, at this point, it's like that was fucking abysmal. I don't know what else to say. I mean, if people watch the stream, they'll hear it at the end of every fucking game day. Like the last game day, both of our L's, we won. We scored first, right? Or they scored first in the 3rd minute. Both teams, 3rd or 4th minute. And then we come back and we outplay them for about 75 minutes. We score. And then, okay, we're going to make a charge. And then we concede in the 88th minute. Both games, I shit you not. It's a fucking mentality issue.
Yeah.
It's just stupid play when you get into crunch time and they don't know what they're doing at times. And it sucks. It's tough. But I have a lot of talent. That's not the issue. It's inconsistency for me.
That's what I
Yeah.
see. Like I see your roster, and like a lot of those guys. Sorry, I was eating some chicken sandwich. A lot of those guys are like FMVB players, and and I know who they are. Like you have like a solid squad, so it's kind of like hard for me to see you like so low down there. But I mean, I don't know. I guess
Well,
it'll
it's
take
tough.
time.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of those guys too, like we do really well on the home connection, right? Because they're playing on my connection. It's not super far away. It's not East Coast, so they're not on 100 ping. No excuse. But on the away games, we struggle. Like there's no doubt about it. The game
Yeah.
against Disco's team, we really fucking struggled. The game against Man City, we struggled. Those are the two teams that have really just beat the shit out of us. We had no chance, right? But against Bayern, I felt like we played pretty well because the connection was clean, it was solid, no problem. But when you get those guys on 100 ping, and then they try to turn, because there are a lot of skillful players on the ball, and they're very good. But when you're talking about latency, it doesn't matter how good you are. You could be lightning fast, and you're still going to hit that move where you're going to fuck up. It just happens.
Yeah, like that. I think it was Fino. He's like leading the league in assists.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
and
crazy.
Pinky's is one of the top scorers. It's not that. It's just honestly, like, we have had 3 games this season, not including the last game day, right? Not including the last game day. 3 games where we have given up a goal in the final 2 minutes of the game, and it's
That
like
sucks.
the flukiest shit. Like the Liverpool game this season, we played them once. It was 1-1 in the 92nd of 94, and Fino drops into the box for some reason, wins the ball back on a tackle, tries to play his way out of it, and our outside mid is right there to clear it. He runs into it, turns, tries to get out, and runs into their player, squirts right to Solar at the near post for like a tap in. It was a fucking joke. I just was like, hands on my face, just, oh my fucking God. Like, I don't even know what to say at that point. I want to scream because that's what I do, but like, I just went, okay, well, that's fucking terrible. What do you do? We have like the worst luck as a team, and it's not all luck. I mean, we've gotten our asses kicked too, but like, we're not getting.
This game is really bad, so that doesn't help.
Well, I don't want to play
there
the
is
game.
still time.
Oh no, no. I think everybody can agree this game is bad, but I mean, you don't want to blame it on it, but it's shit. This is probably the worst FIFA to date.
I mean, you
The
put yourself in
passing, man. I feel like shit's so fucked, dude. I don't
Passing,
know.
the fact that you get the ball and they get it right back, the bundles, fucking the lock-ons, it's just so fucking bad.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying to play, but it's fucking whatever. Anyway, we can go to League One now. Toss that table up for us, Vic. I haven't actually looked at this since the last one, so it's Wickham America Porto, and then who's the followers? Portland, Aston Villa, West Ham, Leicester. Okay. Wickham is up by what, 4 points? Okay, that's Jay Galazzo's team, right?
Yeah, Jay, Chaboy.
Was his team?
Rice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't.
America. Who's on the Club America? Fuck.
That's the AD people. AD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. And Porto's D, and then the guys who won D2.
I'm trying to look at teams that I'm like surprised about. Is Wolfsburg supposed to be?
I mean, they're not a bad team. They're not a bad team. Wolfsburg's a pretty good team. They beat us in the cup, but they did pretty well in the Royal Cup. They're not terrible.
I mean, there's not too much to say about this because the top 3 is just fucking like clear of the rest. It's literally just those 3 running away with
The
it.
top 2 are 3, 4, and 5, and 6. You know what I mean? Those guys will fight for something, but the top 2 are definitely at the top of the race, and that's probably how it's gonna stay. I see Wickham winning the league, to be honest, but
probably will. I mean,
I don't know too much about the bottom teams.
Where's PSG? Don't tell me, no, bro. Don't tell me. Can you scroll down, bro?
Doesn't matter what Burnley is, because when they win, they win. When they lose, they lose. When they blah blah blah, whatever.
Okay. What? PSG really in relegation, man?
Hey, hi, man. Come on, brother. We're rooting for you. You gotta get out of there, man. Oh, is bottom 4 get relegated? That's crazy.
Well, NYC folded, right? So they're
I don't know anybody down there except like to say hi on PSG. To be honest.
Yeah.
How did they get a walkover win if they folded? All right. I don't know. I'll have to find out what happened there, but a team.
Great job, guys.
Walkover win.
Oh man.
I can't buy a win. These guys are giving them out for free. Damn. Oof.
The other Sevilla, I guess, also isn't that what Air Jesus' team?
Yeah.
I mean, they're what is that?
Oh, vape, give me comms. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean,
brother, I know as much as you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can toss up League Two. Oh,
If you don't, we didn't know anything about 01. Wait till we get here, boys. We know jack shit about
They're trying their
whoever the
best, man.
fuck.
That's all that matters.
I mean,
All I
just
know,
want to acknowledge
that's a lot of walkovers, man.
Nottingham Forest and Venezia. Venezia is finally gonna get out of League Two, dude.
all
This
I
is their
know is
season.
that they have
Okay,
some
no,
fire
no,
kids.
hang on. I've been quiet because I don't give a shit about League One. I've been quiet because I don't care about these two leagues, and I wish they would just both implode. But we've got the big man hostage, so I get to ask the question live and in front of everybody, live in front of the world. Why the fuck is League Two a thing, Exile? Why don't you fucking do away with this stupid shit?
Let me say it in a different way. Have you ever thought of just being done with L2, or is this thing just something you're trying to grow?
Yeah, we've talked about getting rid of it. I mean, let's be real. Like, it's supposed to be an entry point, as we talked about in the previous pod. But is it being used that way? Kind of, in some ways. But I think the idea would be not to do away with it if we had crossplay. You know what I mean? Because the idea was everybody that comes in is going to need a place to go. We can't put them all in Super League. Now, if we know the team, maybe we could give them a team in Super League. But most of those teams are going to have to start at the bottom and work their way up. But with crossplay not being a thing, I think we'll have to evaluate the circumstances. Because look at all those walkovers, man. That's
you would think we're in the third season of PCN. You would think a lot of people would a lot more people would have the newer Xbox. I guess would think.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's still hard to find managers, even here. That's why we're looking at it being 16 teams, because nobody wants to manage. It's hard. You know how difficult it is managing in this fucking league. In any league, it's tough. It's tough to get people committed. It's tough to get people that want to play well and want to follow some semblance of a system. Maybe you guys
show up on time. My back line.
Yeah.
No, to be honest, when I see L2, I just see potential starters for L1, potential solid backups for Super League. That's my main thing with L2. I mean, if it's bad, it's bad. But there's teams in Super League who are struggling to have 11 or 12 people.
So, real talk, alcohol fueled real talk here. For what it's worth, I never wanted League Two to be a thing. Like Dorsey, myself, Kaz, Ricky, we all went back and forth about what we wanted to do, and my idea was never expansion. I do not like the idea of consistent expansion because we still had people drop out mid-season, right? And we couldn't fill those roles. So for me, it was I would much rather solidify the top two tiers and keep it, 20 teams Super League, and then however many we felt could be consistent in League One, and everybody else fill out the rest of the roster. But, I'm one vote. They come in, they say, okay, we want to expand. All right. We had the managers at the time, and now, what is this? 10 seasons on? Yeah. I'm not sure. I think that there would be a possibility. I can't say for sure as to whether or not we'll get rid of it, but we were hoping, or at least banking on the fact that crossplay would somewhat rejuvenate the League Two side and also make it so that League One and Super League were more sought after by way of promotion, right? That makes those more valuable. If we make it so you have to start in League Two as a manager, then at least League One, Super League are a much more valuable place. So yeah, you could hand over management to a teammate or whatever, but at least we know the quality will be there at the top. That was the idea.
So that's interesting. I'm actually more surprised that's your perspective and not somebody else's, but I align with that train of thought pretty much entirely. The reason why I'm so harsh on League Two is because I have this, I guess, pessimistic thought in the back of my mind that I thought it would have been you, but I guess it must be Dorsey or Kaz or Ricky or whoever the hell runs anything above you or in alignment with you thinks that League Two is some sort of show of domination from PCN. Like, look at us, we're so big, we're the only league in America that can have 3 divisions, and it's like, okay, but if only one of them really works the way that it's supposed to, is it really that big of a flex that you have 3 divisions and 2 of them are falling apart every season because 5 teams fold? So no. I guess my point that I end on is obviously, to piggyback off of what Money said, those players and teams that are in League 1 and 2 could go towards making sure that there are no Super League nights where teams show up with 10 players, because I think that we've on Leipzig, I'm sure that other teams have had it happen to them as well. Not my team hasn't showed up with 10 players yet this season, but we've played against 2 teams, I think, that have fielded 10 players intentionally because they couldn't get somebody else on. So I think that if those players are freed up from those bottom 2 leagues, they can come into Super League. And here's the thing, right? There's nothing wrong with spending some time on a team as a backup. I don't know why there's this stigma behind that. Like, all you League 2 and League 1 dudes that like don't talk a lot, if you're in this chat or if you're watching on Twitch or whatever, like, you would be so much better served, like, if Money was looking for players for Bayern as like a backup role. He would, if they're in like a really good spot, like, they're going to get you in for games somewhere. If it's later on in the season, they have the title in the bag, they're going to get you in for games for the last like 3 or 4 games, or they're going to get you in for cup games that don't matter to them or whatever. Like, you're going to get playing time. And it's just, I don't know. I think League 2 and League 1 is kind of, they both don't work the way they're supposed to.
Yep. I mean, I agree. And the funny thing is that you say that we align and others don't. Like, it's interesting because I usually toe kind of the company line there, right? So I am very much a supportive person when it comes to the team, right? I'm a team guy, and my feelings, I do not let them get in the way of what the team is doing. That's not how I work. So, like, for me, we would have never had a League 2 if it was up to me. That's not a thing. I didn't want expansion. I'm pretty anti-expansion because I want to solidify the top division first. Because to me, Super League should be the best league on the planet. That's straight up what I want. Everything else is going to be a secular opportunity, right, to get you to Super League. It's going to be the point of a platform to catapult you to the top. And we need a lower league. I don't think anybody's ever flexed saying that League 2 is a present thing. Like, I think FMVP has 3 divisions, don't they?
They
I
have
don't know.
I have no
2?
idea.
Oh, I don't fucking know. See, like,
I know
that's
they
the
have
thing.
2.
I've never actually said, you know, hey, us having 3 divisions, that's badass. I don't
No,
care.
I think 3 divisions. I think PCN is the first league in America, in the U.S., really in the Americas, North or South America, that has 3 divisions. Because I know VFL does, but that's because VFL has just like the entirety of Europe and all of that.
No,
Before
that's never been a thought. Never.
before the new Xbox came out, I mean, this community used to be where you could fill 3 leagues up, but with the whole like new gen, it's hard, and I feel like all these players could be useful as a backup somewhere else or a starter somewhere else, and it would help help teams from folding. To be honest.
I think crossplay, since crossplay is not a thing, I think we will have to reevaluate. Like, legitimately, it's not going to be a thing where to be honest with you, it's harder to have 3 leagues for us as a staff, right? I mean,
Yeah,
like,
no, I get you. Yeah,
it makes
more
it more
teams to deal
difficult.
with.
So if we could cut that out, I'm all for it. As long as like, I don't want to piss anybody off who plays in League 2. Like, I'm not trying to diss them or bash them for playing there. It's just, to me, like, it adds an extra layer of complexity that we don't need. So if we can't fill the roles, and people don't want to play there because it's a stigma, then why have it? I don't know. I mean, that's my personal.
So then let me
feeling,
ask you a
but
question. So if you feel that way about it, then like, what's the next step?
well, the next step is, now that we know crossplay isn't a thing, we have a conversation about how we could possibly move on from it.
Okay.
I mean, that would be the conversation. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, and if it's even a thing we want to do, because they're teasing us with crossplay potential in the future. Like, what the fuck, man?
Right.
Yeah, no,
Just tell us no.
EA, bro.
Because
Somebody needs to get smacked. That's what has to happen in EA.
All sorts of clubs, dude. I don't know.
We wanted to keep League 2 in case, you know, the PlayStation guys are able to come in, because we don't want to limit it to 2 leagues, and then we have an influx of, you know, 3, 5, 10,000 people. I don't know what that's going to look like, and I don't want that to be a really negative experience. They try to come in and they can't. That sucks. Like, well, we want to play for you guys, but now it's like hyper competitive, and there aren't enough leagues to actually have enough teams. So we would have to end up expanding anyway. So we thought, okay, we'll hold off on the deletion of it, or the removal, or temporary suspension, whatever you want to call it, for now. But I think, if I'm speaking candidly, I think that's what's probably going to happen. Is next season you'll see us have to do something where we have to shrink it, because right now, I mean, 16 teams, and just looking at that, look how many fucking walkovers there are.
Yeah,
that can't all be Toronto, right? So what the hell's going on? how are we having walkovers in a league with only 16 teams? That shouldn't happen. And then you just mentioned a fold in League One, right? So like teams folding should never lead to a vacant team, but because we don't have a backlog of managers, we don't have anybody to fill it.
Yeah, like the bottom of this fucking table looks like a bunch of punching bags, bro. That's just crazy.
Yeah, there's anything else.
All right, kids, give League Two a lot of time.
Yeah,
I'm just glad Palace
let's
finally
go
isn't
back
at
to
the
a
bottom of the
tangent.
league.
All right, something next to talk
Briscoe.
about for us is the suspensions, the recent suspensions that happened. Now, Exile, before we go into this, I just want to say if there's anything that you don't feel the need to explain, obviously don't, because
Sure.
it's not ongoing or whatever. So I understand, but
keep drinking some of that scotch though. Some of that info. So that's some of
Keep
some of that
drinking. Take a
info
big
can
gulp
leak
right
out.
now.
It's small batch whiskey. I
Yeah.
look, man. I'm not going to compromise the investigation, but at the same time, like I'm trying to be candid here. That's why I came on, right? Like I am here to kind of be able to answer any questions that you guys have about it, because frankly, it fucking pisses me off. This whole thing is
Sweet.
really annoying. This
Question.
really
Let's get him, Max. You and me,
I know.
are on the same page with this one.
And as for Evan David's thing, you mentioned like that bothers. Like he doesn't bother me. Like his attitude and behavior does. But as far as like him, I have no qualms with him as a person, right? Like he
Okay.
did some fucked up things, but I don't.
Yeah, he's a
I don't
weird dude.
particularly
We all know he's
care,
weird.
You know, like he's a great player. Last night we played against each other. He played really well. His team beat my team in a BYOT. Like he played well. I have no problems with him as a person, as a player in the game. But you know,
I'm with you.
That's how everybody feels, to be honest.
Hey, do you guys have what's the graphic that you guys have up right now? Because again, visually impaired host here.
Yeah, I didn't give my picture. Sorry, I was asked to provide
It's
one.
us, like it's our like profile pictures.
It's okay. Yeah.
Okay, the reason why I'm asking is because do you want to can somebody give me a list of who so far is suspended so I can kind of visualize this, and maybe it'll help the people in the stream as well if we don't have a graphic.
I should probably look at the announcements, huh?
No, one of them.
Make sure I
one
don't
of them
say
is
anything I
my starting goalkeeper.
Yeah, no, Shrimpers is one.
Yeah, that's
I
unfortunate.
mean, we all know. I'm sure everyone knows what happened.
I don't.
Well, Exile, would you like to explain? Or would
You want me to talk about? Okay,
Yeah,
we can
go
go into
for it.
that. So
No, but I want to know the names. I need to know the names first before we get going into the nitty gritty. I need to know
Give
the names.
names. Does anyone have the names?
I'll pull it up. I'm pulling.
I'm pulling it up right now. I'm about to put it on the screen.
Limitless was the most recent
I'm
one, right?
pulling it up.
Limitless was suspended yesterday, right, or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Before that, it was RVP, Schmimpy, Messy Mike, Ace Matic, Jay, or Twitch Kid, Jay Galazzo, Slays, and then his brother by proxy, unfortunately.
Rip Bisco 23.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. So those guys.
Let's go 23. Hold that.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? Maybe there's some light at the end of the tunnel for him. We'll see.
No, he's a
I got it up on the
dumb
screen now.
kid.
So for the guys whom we suspended, right? The idea was we know for a fact that things happened, right? We know. The things have happened with everybody that we have announced. We have verifiable evidence, and it's not, the dumb fucking screenshots that were posted here. No offense to you guys, but that we didn't use those. Unfortunately, those are what started the wheels turning, but that's okay. But these guys are all guys that we knew and know and have evidence for to be suspended, to be removed. Now, you could say, why not just ban them right now and be done with it? Because we're not really sure exactly the length at which we want to ban, right? So I don't think that some of these guys are worth like indefinite bans. I think that's bullshit. And I don't want to hit them with the book. I don't think that's fair. Given the time frame that this happened, a year and some months ago, I think it's unrealistic to hold RVP necessarily to a standard that is befitting of somebody who cheated last week, because he came into the league, he cheated, so he deserves to be banned if somewhat, right? But it was a year ago when he actually didn't really give a fuck about the league. He was just here to play, and then he cheated, and that happens. But moving on from that, like, he has clearly showed that he cares about the league, cares about the environment of the community, and so for me, I'd like to be more lenient when possible when it comes to the bans. But again, I'm but one voice.
The word witch hunt has been thrown around, and Casbon has been getting real tight about that word.
Yeah.
So
I just don't understand.
Just to clarify, there is legitimate proof of everything that's for every like ban.
Yeah. Everybody who's been suspended, we have legitimate, verifiable evidence to
Well, this
suggest that
isn't
they were
per
And
involved.
like
se
the
witch
reactions
hunt.
that people are getting,
Yeah,
people
no.
specifically in the like.
So for me, guys, I want you to understand something. Like I am the one who is saying like that is not enough. Like we need something. What context is this in? What does this thing say? Like just because they did this and said this does not connect those two dots, right? So
Right.
I am the one who is trying to keep things on track. So I can assure you that even though people are saying this is a witch hunt, I've even
You hear
heard
that, Baldy? You
I've
hear that,
even
Baldy?
heard
I know you're in the
racism.
chat.
I know I've heard somebody say racism, which is absolutely asinine because I had no idea that what anybody's race is except for Jay, which I don't give a shit, and Tails, which I don't give a shit. Those guys are the cool guys. I don't give a fuck about anybody else's race. This has nothing to do with that. This is you cheated or you did not cheat. That's all I care about. And if you cheated, how ridiculous was the cheating, right? At
Yeah.
what level did you cheat? And how bad did you try to cover it up? Like, if you come to us and say, look, this fucking happened. This shit happened. This is what went down. This is why. Okay, then I'm more willing to say, fuck it. Look, man, we don't get people to come clean very often. The last one who actually told us was Quick, and he probably needs to be brought back into the league, to be fair. So he has not asked to come back in the league, although he did fill out an app like a month ago to come into the league. So that's weird.
You want me to text him?
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, like this guy, he was, and I'll tell you guys, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I reached out to him. It was one of my first investigations. I noticed that he had stat padded a few things, and I was like, this motherfucker is like the best the CB in the league. Why is he stat padding? What's going on? And I noticed he was adding one to a bunch of stats of his own, but nobody else's. So I reached out to him. He was formerly staff at that point. He wasn't staff, but he said to me, hey man, what's going on? And I reached out and said, man, I'm noticing these weird inconsistencies, but I know you wouldn't do that intentionally. So can you take a look and just let me know what's going on? He wrote back and said, no, look, man, I'm going to level with you. I did this shit. This is my fault. I thought no one would notice. I just couldn't take the fact that I wouldn't be the top CB. Like straight up.
That's so
Wow.
crazy to me that dude's cared that much about their stats.
I was
Oh
like,
my
I know
god.
you're not talking. I know you are not talking about.
I remember
caring
this. I
about
was in the
that.
party when this was going on. So I was with them.
I don't care about my stats. Listen, no. Dudes like elite monster care about their stats. I don't care about my stats.
No, we're not gonna do this.
No. But that's the thing is Quick was
Listen, I'm
already
not.
leading. He was leading without that. That's what's crazy to me is that this guy
Yeah,
was
no, he
already
just-
in first place in every stat category for CBs, and he still felt the need to. And when I
Who the
called him
fuck
on it,
is
he
this?
came to me.
Who are we talking about?
Quick.
Quick.
Oh, kick.
Is it
right?
Kick?
It's
A-I-I-K?
quick. This was FIFA
Yeah.
18, dude.
It's QIK. QIK. Quick. And dude
Yeah.
was the best center back in the league, like hands down, won everything, right? But he cheated, and I feel
All
bad
right, well,
for him.
that dude's probably a bum nowadays anyway. I don't think the chat really cares about Kick's situation. Let's get back to the other guys.
No, but I'm just saying, like the fact
No,
is,
I get it.
when people come to us, like we're more able to say, okay, look, the guy clearly cares what happened. He owned up to it. Let's give him a ban and then move on, right?
Free Schmimpy.
Back then,
Facts.
right, we had this permanent ban thing, which obviously we've rightfully changed to more of an indefinite. And the indefinite piece is really just about we want to see growth from the player. That's it, and then we can unban them. It has nothing to do
Okay,
with coming to my team and fucks. It's not
well-
even close to that.
No. That's actually really good of you. That's really good of you that you admitted that because that's a change from what it used to be, where that was what it was. So that's good to see you growing.
Yeah.
That's good.
I see the face.
Fuck out of here. This is the man who said I signed Slays because he was good. Like fuck.
Hey, he was
Oh fuck!
he
hold
was good that
Slade.
season. He was
not
good
good
that
for me.
season.
I signed him.
You guys won the league.
immediately. Like what?
You guys won the league.
So
No,
when you-
look, I'm not mad at Slays. He's a good player. I even told him that in a DM like 2 months ago, right? He
Listen,
was
between
looking
you
for
and me,
teams.
Exile, between you and me, I know that you're over there hunting down those guys over on Man City now, bro. Time to axe Thiago. Thiago's next, dude. He's not playing for you anymore, so just he's the next one to go.
That's it. But that's it. See, Thiago is one of those guys that was actually working toward trying to better himself as a person and get back in PCN, and I respected that. I told you on this pod, I did not recruit him prior, and I stand by that. That was not a thing. And I still don't I don't like the idea that there's this stigma that goes around that I somehow signed the
This
band
does
players.
exist, though.
I now can't sign anybody who was formerly banned, you fuck, because of you. No matter what, I can't do that.
That's funny.
Even if they want to come to my team, now I can't because that's how I work. I don't want to do that. But, you know, the idea was for Slays, bring him in because he's not prominent in the community. It's not like he was a great player before and then got banned, came back to a herald of horns. No, that wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
I brought him in and said, all right, man, I'll try to help you find a team. And I got him a team within 2 days. He was loaned out. Like, that was the deal. With Thiago, I
question.
didn't recruit him, but whatever.
When these actual bands come out, will there be like I guess when you show tell them how long they're banned for, will there be like will the proof that you have used be shown, or will that just be kept between you and whoever's banned?
I mean, that's tough because
Because a lot of people like that, like I swear everybody's saying that it is a witch hunt, and including people that even think they're guilty. Like I don't know, I feel like showing actual proof about how.
Yeah, we'll shut them up because it gets pretty annoying.
I would be at the end of it. I would be willing to talk about the proof, right? The evidence.
Okay.
I would not be willing to show it to you because it does have compromising communication.
So there is other stuff that we haven't seen that.
Oh yeah.
You,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Dude, Messi Mike dumped like a Bible worth of pictures on him.
Messi might turn into Takashi 69 for
Messi Mike 6'9", yeah.
Turning over states evidence. Not I mean, he did submit a bunch of stuff, and that's fine. That's on him. He posted it in several other chats, so you guys all know that's fine. I mean, I don't give a shit. It's his life. But Messi's probably gone anyway. Like, who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to be banned, indefinite ban for Messi. Like, okay, dude, he's a staff member. This guy was a staff member and fucking cheated. Like, if you think you're getting anything other than an indefinite ban, you can fuck off because that's not a thing.
If that Mike, fuck you.
All right, my thing with Shrimpy, all right. So with a case like that, do you still think that's a ban?
Who, Schmimp?
Yeah, because I don't think he
no.
technically didn't cheat. He just knew about it.
No,
so
I don't think so.
like...
I don't think he'll be banned further. I think he'll remain a suspension, and we'll give him a duration, and we'll move on. But I can't say for sure. I'm saying, look, I'm not the only person.
Like, what makes sense? So that's realistic. That would make sense.
But for me, I'm going to push heavily for a suspension, and that's it for Schmimp. I don't think that this is something where I think we need to dig our heels into him. That's not going to do us any good.
My bad.
So, like I said, I don't want to compromise the investigation at all.
No, yeah, I understand.
But the fact is, like, those guys, we know for sure were involved. We know for sure that level in which they were involved, and that they have proof that they did the shit they did or said the shit they said. I mean, like, if we didn't have proof, right, full proof, they wouldn't be announced. Let me just say that, because that's not the end, right? That's not the end of this. This isn't over. I'm still actively getting shit and talking to people. This is not over. So, like, those guys are
What do you mean by that?
Good. Well, there are other people who are still actively under investigation. That's what I mean by that.
Like more than the people that are suspended now.
100%. Yep.
So this isn't over.
It's
more. All right,
it's really shitty. Like, seeing the depth that this goes, like, it is really fucking shitty, dude.
So
really
Exile, just because I love it when I get to remind you about the times that I was right. Like, remember? do you remember 3 months ago when you were like, "There's no cheating. Like, if there's cheating, dude, it's lame that nobody's coming forward about it." And I was like, Exile, I don't even have to see the cheating to know that there's cheating. And you were like, I just find it hard to believe that all these people would cheat and this, that, and the other. And I was like, dude, it's been happening since we started playing FIFA. You think that your league is just free of it? I told you, bro. Sometimes here's the thing, right? Listen, sometimes when I choose to speak, it's not just my normal shit. Sometimes I am wise beyond my years, and I'm just worth listening to because sometimes Isco Daddy knows best.
And sometimes the boy who cried wolf is just crying wolf like a bitch.
Yeah.
So the fact is, though, I will say, okay, it is naive to say that it does not happen. Yeah. I would like for it to not be a thing, and it should not be a thing. And if you're doing it, you're a scumbag. Like, straight up. because you're compromising the integrity of every match that gets played, every award that gets given out. Like that shit is real for us, right? Like you fix a game, right? You fix a game. That game has implications to a title. That game has an implication to awards at the end of season.
Wait, time out.
At the end
Did you
of
just
the
out
year.
some? Did you just out some new details? Were there match fixes?
No, I'm not. I'm saying that this is essentially match fixing because I'm saying
Oh, okay.
if you have a player who does that, where you play on somebody else's account, right? You play on somebody else's account, you're effectively saying that my stats or earning a team of the week, team of the season, team of the year, whatever, or a title is more important than the integrity of that league or winning it fairly. To me, that is fucking bitch. That is terrible. You can't do that.
I agree.
So yeah, I want to nail those people to the wall. As far as witch hunt, though, no, I'm not looking to drag people. That's not the idea, right? Like, I don't want to sit here and go, yes, this guy is involved because he mentions potentially borrowing somebody's account back in 2016. No, I'm not doing that. But if we have things that are directly correlated to what we know, then yeah, I have to look at it. And so we're peeling this back slowly, and it's fucking shitty. It's really shitty.
Well, hopefully it gets better, but definitely for sure cheating for just dumb. But for whatever reason, people do it. Vape, if you want to toss up buy and sell now, we can go through that.
So it's going to have to be my guiding light again as the visually impaired host of if I chose to buy or sell these. I'm going to know just because I'll know what I feel about it, but I just want the clarification because I can't see anything.
All right. Ponying off that, then, bans from the league should only be for 1 to 2 seasons max. So everyone,
Quarters.
I'm shocked by
Let's go.
That's dumb. I'm not gonna lie, it's dumb.
Go ahead.
I bought this, right?
yeah, you got this.
Yeah. So are we laughing because we think that this is a stupid buy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it's stupid at all. No, I don't think that. So here's the thing. I don't think that until we're playing for money, I don't think there's a need for a permanent ban because the way that I view it is that people do learn. And if you permanently ban somebody, particularly in a league where, I mean, let's just face like the reality, right? Like if Evan wanted to play in this league right now, or if Schmimpy, or if whoever wanted to play in this league right now, you could scheme up a way, probably through Discord verification, if I had to guess, to keep them out of the league. But the reality is, the way that things are currently set up, if I wanted Evan Davids to come play on Leipzig right now, I could very easily set up a, Snarky Llama 38279 account maxed out by Menon and have Evan hop on it and then start to play striker for me. And the only thing that would ever have to happen to make sure that that ever got to the light of day was me not have any DMs about it and always have voice communication somewhere and not leave a paper trail that could incriminate me. So the reality is a permaban only ever incentivizes players to break their way back into the league. And I just don't think anything is ever that serious to ever justify a permanent ban. Now, I mean, if some like I'm talking like egregious, like if somebody like went to somebody's house in real life and punched them in the mouth, like okay, like you're talking about like real life like law breaking stuff like that crosses that threshold, I think. But just cheating or stat padding, I don't think there's ever anything that you could like unless you guys came up with some metaphor or something, some hypothesis on like what you think could happen to warrant a permanent ban. I just can't visualize it myself. So I think 1 to 2 seasons suffices per like how long is 1 to 2 Super League seasons in PCN? Like 6, 7 months?
One FIFA?
One FIFA.
Is it
almost 3
is
seasons?
it about one FIFA? So if it's like just one FIFA, then you're already talking about like almost a calendar year in real life. I mean, like if you're an NFL player and you use a steroid, right, which is like the essential equivalent to letting somebody play on your account, if you want to try to make like an analogy. If you're an NFL player and you use a steroid and you're caught doing it, you only get like a 4 or 6 game suspension. And if it's like really bad, you might get a full season. And that's like real football. So like that'd be the equivalent of like one PCN season. So I just don't really know what would ever qualify as a permanent ban to me. So I don't think it's silly to think that ban should never be longer than a season or 2 because it's not good for the league either. Here's the thing. Here's my other hot take. All this bullshit aside, and I agree with you, Exile, fundamentally and ethically and morally, cheating is fucking awful and it takes away from the exact thing that you stand for as a league and the things that make it worth playing in. But I don't think the league is worth playing in if the top players are banned either. So it's a double-edged sword where it's like if you ban all the cheaters and all the cheaters are the top players, well, then you're not really winning anyway because you're not going to be winning against the top of the competition. So it's a double-edged sword when you're choosing to pursue long-term bans. So I never really think that more than 1 or 2 seasons is worth it.
I mean, there are rules written, and you're saying they broke the rules, but they shouldn't be punished for breaking the rules. So you're saying like they should get a nice little.
No, I
tap
said
on
they
the
should be
shoulder
punished for
and
1 to
not
2
again.
seasons.
Yeah, that's like a little tap on the shoulder, bro. Oh, you broke our rules that literally are written there.
I
We'll
sold
give you a little break.
I sold basically like on the fact that it should be more than 1 or 2
Oh,
seasons
I'm
on
gonna jump
on like habitual
Maybe not
offenders. Like,
permanent, but like a
no.
while.
If somebody that is continuous, like is someone who's cheating continuously, like they should be getting more than 1 or 2. Like those are the people that I think should be banned for longer seasons. I mean, some guys
I'm
might
probably
mess
going to
up.
jump the call here in a second. I'm probably going to lose connection for a second, but I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
I don't
No
give a
worries,
shit.
bro.
Shut your bitch ass up. That's the only. I think that's the only type of people that deserve more than 1 or 2 seasons. People that habitually offend, like rude, like or like cheat. You know what I mean? Like that's how that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you cheat and then don't have any remorse about cheating, and then you come
Remorse,
back and you cheat again,
yeah.
like what? Okay, so then
Yeah.
why do we keep you? What's the point of
Yeah,
keeping
there's no
somebody?
point. There's just the
Yeah.
it's gonna be a never-ending cycle. Like you're gonna keep coming back and keep cheating, and that's how it's
And
gonna
then
be.
it's only a slap on the wrist, 1 or 2. That means he can cheat as long as he wants to, right? Or doesn't
Yeah.
get caught.
It'll only be 1
and
or
then
2
it's
seasons.
fine because it's only 1 and
Yeah.
2 seasons. And based on his own argument, Isco selling this, right? He said,
Okay,
"Well, there are some
before I lose my call,
circumstances under which that you might be longer." So you're selling this too, but you're selling it under the guise of, well, maybe it shouldn't be more than this under most circumstances. And I agree with that. Actually, I agree with the sell of no permanent bans, but really, perhaps 1 to 2 is probably the average, or should be the average, depending on the issue at hand. And
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. In that case, I also would buy this. But max, no, absolutely not. Like retro, like retro. Let's drag the man who's probably in this chat, right? Retro. I don't know if you guys know Retro, but he's from the Minnesota thing. This guy he's asked to come back in the league. And when we told him that we would like to have an interview with him, he basically said, "Fuck off." Right? So we're like, okay, well then you don't need to come back in, you rat face. Like, what's the point? Like, why would we want you back in the league if
I mean,
the
you
toxic
gotta respect that.
attitude and the shit you pulled before is the reason we booted you in the first place? We're not going to bring you back so you can be more toxic. And I would argue that the league actually got better when they were banned, to be honest. So when we talk about quality of performance, and you're saying the top players leave the league, we got markedly better when those top players got banned. I don't know why. Maybe more people started stepping up because those guys were condescending pricks all the time. I don't know. But now they're gone. All of a sudden, new guys step up.
I think that's just happenstance. I don't think there's a correlation there. And I would also argue, I didn't get a chance to say this because I was going through a dead zone. I didn't get a chance to make this point, but the 1 and 2 seasons being like a tap on the shoulder, I don't think that's a tap on the shoulder. That 7 months of not being 7 months of not being able to play FIFA, and nobody, put it this way, nobody's gonna miss out on playing like the little leagues or the side leagues or whatever. So missing out on 2 Super League seasons that's a hefty punishment. But here's the thing: if you want to find ways to, again, I don't like leagues where you have the top talent missing. If the top talent are some of the cheaters, I don't want to say you have to live with it, but maybe find a way to structure the punishment so that it just de-incentivizes them cheating because it hurts others around them. One of the great tactics that my college coach used to use in soccer was, if you show up to practice late, you're not going to be the one running. You sit on the sideline and your team's going to run until they puke. And once the first person pukes, they can stop running. And that stops people from being late because the rest of the team gets pissed at you for being the one to cause them to have to run. So what the PCN version of that would be, instead of banning Evan for, permanently, or banning Shrimpy permanently or whatever. How about whatever team that they're on gets docked 8 points for the season that they were caught cheating, or the current season for the team that they're playing on? Because if they get caught cheating in the past and they don't complain about it to their current manager, and they get found out about it, and their current team gets docked points for it, well, then they're never going to want to play for that the person's not going to want them to play for them again. And I think they should get punished, because that's just the reality, and it decentivizes them from maybe finding future teams without them really, crucifying them themselves over their past stuff and seeing if it's true or not. So I think group punishments like that almost suffice better than long-term punishments, because again, when you leverage long-term punishments, you're hurting the league no matter which way you look at it.
So for the record, we did dock points for Minnesota, which is why they lost the title.
Oh shit! So what you're saying is that the league title race is still on in Super League.
I am saying that it is possible, but I didn't say we're going to dock any points from.
Yo, let's go. First you take away the Barca kids from money, and then you take away his points. This is the greatest day of my life.
No, the Minnesota situation. The Minnesota situation
Hey,
was.
what points am I getting docked?
Nah, yeah. Come on, hold on, money. Hold on. The Minnesota situation was that the manager fucking brought the player in to cheat so that they can win games. Right? That is pretty egregious, and we had to dock points because they tainted every game they played. Right? So. It's difficult. I don't think Money had any involvement, nor is he being investigated, so you can remove that doubt. So Money, your team is not under any kind of stipulation of being docked points.
Yeah.
I wonder if
yeah, exactly, babe.
I need some excitement in my fucking life. Fucking investigate.
Yo.
I'm not coming
You're
after.
2 points in the city.
Now that would be a witch hunt. If I started coming after Money for shit that he didn't have any involvement in, that's a witch hunt. This is not a witch hunt. This is like we have correlation in certain things, and you know how circumstantial evidence is, right? Like if you find a cigarette butt that has somebody's DNA and a gun that might have their fingerprints, like you didn't see it happen, but the circumstances indicate that that's what fucking happened. They shot that person, right?
That's why. Yeah.
But this is not a thing. I'm not digging into Money or ego.
That's why I think you should you should be able to show the evidence that you use, so all the witch hunt talk can go.
Well, I'm
the rest.
The hard part is that there are people who want to remain anonymous, right? Because it's a thing. Like whenever you're talking about things that happened, you're bringing.
Did you
up
just say
topics.
who?
No.
No, I thought Money said who when you said people want to remain anonymous. Like I was like, well, I don't think he's gonna tell us.
Okay. Well, I didn't say anything.
Did I say who? I don't know. I'm probably drunk.
Probably.
No, I don't know. I don't.
No.
I didn't hear anything. But no. We can talk about it all night if you'd like. I don't have a problem with this. It's good.
Drinking that whiskey, we will. Next question.
Yeah,
let's
next
go,
one.
baby.
Yeah, yo, he finished that cup. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
Woo!
There should be a prize or monetary reward for winning Golden Boot / Golden Glove.
Yeah.
I sold the fuck out of this. Let me get my point out first. This league would be so toxic if this fucking thing, if this were a thing. I swear there would be so many goddamn look-offs in every fucking game. It would be fucking insane. Golden Boot. Like there would be so many so many arguments in teams with oh, why did you sell my shit? Oh my god, dude, why didn't you score this? I mean, I don't know. That's
What
the
if
way
the prize is
it.
not? What if the prize is not money though? Money. Like what if it's what if it's pixels? You know what I'm saying? Like we currently do not give out anything that's of value for the Golden Boot, other than you get a little trophy. But what about like Golden Glove? I mean, I think the best goalkeeper in the league or the most saves should get something.
Like
maybe
a trophy,
not
like
monetary. Yeah, like
a trophy on the side.
Yeah, like a trophy on the side or Discord or something. That's how I see
20
it.
goal scorer. I mean, that would be. I mean, you could
Prize I interpreted as money for whatever reason, at which I was just like, definitely not. But
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, right? If somebody is there just trying to stat pad, right, to get these monetary incentives, they're probably not going to get on teams very frequently, right? Because all the good teams would be like, well, this guy's a fucking prick. He's just here for that monetary advancement.
Right.
And you're not going to want to sign that guy next season anyway. So it might fly for a season or two, but eventually that'll even out. And then it'll be, well, it's all about the team. And the monetary thing, I don't know. I think it'd be fine, but
So what's the justification again for the permanent bans that you guys are saying that the 1 and 2 seasons is just too lenient?
No, there's no such thing as a permanent ban. Right now it's indefinite, right? We are
So hang
indefinitely.
on. Okay, a better question then is, so the reason why you guys think that 1 and 2 seasons is just too lenient?
Yeah, I think it's too few.
Give me an example of a crime within PCN that justifies longer
Let's
than
go.
2
We
seasons.
moved on
Being on
from
your
this.
team.
Come on.
We're not. No, we didn't. We're literally on that same buy and sell, aren't we?
So a man that
No.
we moved on. So Zlat, right? Zach Falecki, a good friend of mine now.
Way to dox him.
Not on my team, but he did stat pad and then came back into the league, right?
Why?
That was an indefinite ban at this point. So for me, I'm not giving him a season or two at that point. That is a multi-season deal. And so we then had to start that path all over again for him. But he's now back in the league. He can't manage ever again, but he's back in the league, which, by the way, I didn't sign him, dick. But, he's back in the league and playing. So, there you go.
The guy who told his team not to get high before games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't smoke
I mean,
or
I
drink
like him
before
now, but-
games. Yeah, that's great.
Cage could never be on that team, bro. He would not.
Bro, I don't need to be sober. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine.
What buy and sell are we on then? Because seriously, I didn't hear a switch.
Well, we're moving
Prize
on to the
monetary
next one.
reward for winning Golden Boot, Golden Glove.
Yeah.
Oh
and I
wait,
bought it,
we're on
they
the
will
monetary one. Oh yeah, fucking gaff about this shit.
You said bye.
Nice. Okay, so
We're going
You
next
said
one.
bye,
Yeah.
so
Next
moving
one.
on.
Madrid
Oh,
could
you
get relegated this season. I think we all agreed on this. I
Should be
think
fun.
we all actually did. Yeah. Okay, we don't even need to say anything. I don't.
Nah. We're not
Well,
going
no,
to.
I'm surprised Isco didn't buy it just.
Yeah,
for the
of all
fans, bro.
people, I
What
think
do you
Isco's the softie. You're a softie,
No,
bro.
I
No,
know I'm not a
you
softie.
talking shit about his
I've been very
team.
strong on this. No.
Fire your guns, pussy.
All right.
Stop. Shut your fucking whore mouth, fucking money. So listen, I have been very consistent on this the entire season that I said when we did a buy and sell on Real Madrid early on in the season, I think preseason or the first week of the season. The question was something like, does Real Madrid have the potential to get relegated or something? And I think I was the only one that said no because they were like in the relegation zone at that point, and I said no. And the reason why I said no was because I think Exile, no matter how shit his team is, or how shit the circumstances are on his team, I think that he cares enough and I think he's passionate enough that there will always be enough players on his team that try to live up to that passion, that even if they're not quite doing the X's and O's the right way and doing things, mechanically the right way, and while they might not be capable of maybe getting top 6, I don't think they'll ever let themselves get relegated, because if an Exile managed team gets relegated, that means that he could not connect with at least half of that team. Like I would visualize like maybe 5 or 6 average players that are highly motivated is plenty to not be relegated in Super League. So if his team were to not get relegated, then that means he failed to motivate like 80% of the 11 guys out of his starters. And then on top of that, they also just weren't good in general, which is just, I can't visualize that happening. So I never thought that they were relegation candidates. I just don't think it can happen.
All right. Well, I mean.
Yeah, I agree. We've been
And then we
inconsistent,
can move on to the next
but I
one,
don't
'cause
think
I-
we're gonna. I
No,
don't think we're
well,
gonna
well,
get
like I said during like the Super League standing, like I look at the team, I look at the roster, and obviously he's obviously owned successful teams, and I don't see. There's no way that I can see them being relegated.
No.
We will get above top 13. I promise. I know that's low standards, but we will get above 13.
I mean,
that's
just
my
look,
that is my
that's
lowest.
fair,
That's my
maybe.
lowest low in PCN managing. We will not get below 13. This team.
And
is
looking
better
at the
than our
relegation
team.
now, like I don't think those teams are gonna be able to get out really.
Yeah.
So.
Nah, we're good.
Ugh.
Next one, debate. The fight for top 6 is the deepest it's ever been. All right, this one,
I don't know what I answered.
I think I bought this.
Mhm.
So
I was the only one that said no, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or me
'cause,
and
like,
Exile both said no.
you're
No,
not even
I
in
did.
top 6, so that's crazy how you said.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll say my piece and I'll let you guys finish up. So I don't think it's as deep as it's ever been, because we have, put it this way, we're not getting outplayed in any of our games. If you go back and you watch any of Leipzig's games, even the ones that we lose, we absolutely are beating on the door the entire game, and we might even beat the door down and score 3 3 goals on a team or whatever. But all the goals that we concede are like the most egregious mental lapses that you can possibly think of in your entire human life of watching soccer of any level, be it like U8 soccer, virtual soccer, doesn't matter. Like we are committing the worst egregious mistakes that you can imagine on any level. So we're playing ourselves down to where we're at, and we're still only like 2 points off of like second. Like we have or third, whatever it is, or third, whatever it is. We're like 5 points off of third. It's one game back, whatever the fuck it is.
And that should be
That sounds like a point
and that's
team,
why you should buy it because this is
Oh,
this is
because
like
listen, because we were a top. What were we? A top 4 team last season, and we are playing. We got rid of 2 players who people thought carried the team. People thought Surge and Vape carried us or whatever last season.
Obviously, they did.
So all right, well, we're still the
Look at
second
my
best
backer.
offense in the league. So
I don't
we're still
think
the
you guys
second best
ever
offense in the
dropped
league. Kate, don't
past
you worry about
six
your own
last
fucking
season.
team, fucking rat.
I'm just saying.
I do have a take on Isco's team. For what it's worth, I think the patterns of play that you guys provide, specifically out wide, are some of the best in PCN. I hate to say this because you know how I feel about you as a person and as a manager, but I think a lot of the interchanges that you make, you guys, are incredible, and it pisses me off, but they're great. So I can see why you guys will be better moving forward.
Yeah, I appreciate the backhanded compliment, but I think
I don't
I
agree.
think
I
our
think
team
life
is.
is not.
That's not backhanded. I just said. I just
Well,
said.
You're not. No.
No.
Yeah, you had to preface it. You had to qualify it first. But I do appreciate
because I want people to understand the bias is actually the opposite way, right? It's not. I'm not in love with how you act or behave.
Yeah.
But given that already negative bias, you have also shown to me as a manager that your team can actually play a real system. I don't understand how, but you do, and it's incredible. So good job.
Yeah.
I don't think that's backhanded.
Well,
I think
I
that's straight
appreciate
up
that.
Like, given our negative interaction, it's easy for me to say, nah, your team's shit and you get lucky, but that's just not the fact, right? The fact is you guys play a really really organized, structured system with width that a lot of teams don't play.
Well, the backhand wasn't really a team part. It was the backhand was, despite you being borderline retarded, you managed to put together a pretty good team. That was the backhanded part. That was the backhand.
I get it. I mean, let's be real. It's not meant as a backhanded compliment, but I understand.
So anyway, to finish off my point, I think that where I would leave that is, I just
great connection.
think that
he's just
all right. Disconnect him. You're disconnected. Mute him.
I can use my team, which is why I try not to fun for me or taking people to task.
Okay. All right. Well, I bought this because I feel like I would even go to top 8 to include Isco's team. I think at the top 8, this is probably the deepest it's ever been because each team, I never know what to expect. Like we've had really good games where we played against Bayern, and then we get absolutely shelled by Leipzig, but I felt like, I know, Money, you guys beat us 3-1, but I really felt like we outplayed you for large stretches of that game. And it bothers me that, obviously you got a penalty and my team is mentally struggling. So we lost our nerve and gave up goals. But I felt like we outplayed you guys for a long stretch. But in the end, you're the better team, and that's what happened. So it's weird seeing those dynamics play out from 1 through 8, where I have not seen that in the past. Normally, I go into games, I'm like, okay, well, this team's in 7th place. We're obviously going to turn them over pretty easily. We'll get an early goal, and then it'll be GG's, right? But now I have no idea what's going to happen in the top 8.
Yeah,
no idea.
Yeah, no, I agree. I conjure. You can't take any team lately in Super League this season because it could be in 16th and they'll still pull out a draw. Even if it's in the slimiest way, it's hard to tell nowadays.
Well, the game is bad. We've talked.
Yeah, I
about
mean, it's driving now, but
it really is.
Yep. So we all buy except for Isco, which makes sense. Anyway, moving on.
Fucking moron. Cage, are you good?
He's having
Yeah,
a
he's-
long conversation with his mom or something.
And he took
Give
away
me
the
a second,
camera.
guys.
Instantly turns off.
Give me a second. All right. This question is: the upcoming PCN World Cup should be a draft like AFCON was. Hell no! I sold.
Same. It's all good.
Listen. It
No, you
was.
didn't. You didn't sell. Didn't you buy?
No, I bought, but I sold in the tournament of AFCON.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No. I sold like this goddamn idea. I sold that shit. That's what I meant. The halftime was different and it was fun and it was a good idea just to level out the field. You know what I mean, across the tournament. But at the end of the day, I think it's time to go back to where we pick our own teams and we trial and we do this and that. Because the draft can be, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Money's like, I didn't win. I'm mad.
What was the last?
It's not even that. It's not even that.
Dude,
My team wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't have a bad time, but I just want to control.
Dude. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but like, we had a little taste of it. I'd rather go back to like we should never have two things in succession like that because then you get tired of it really easily. So I think at least flip flopping them would make sense.
For one, I like.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I like the draft. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
No, it was.
I tried something different. It didn't work, but I really liked the format. However, my buying this, by the way, is not a PCN stance. That's my stance. I don't think we're going to do a draft, but I still think it'd be kind of cool because I like the idea of, not having just the same teams getting together and, but at the same time,
we should interchange them. I think that would be dope. But no, we should definitely not have another.
That's an idea though. I like that. Swapping out, alternating every time. I don't think that's a problem.
Maybe even throwing like a bidding system in one tournament.
Yeah, that thing's a lot of people want.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's one thing we learned from AFCON is that people wanted some semblance of a way to trade or alter their roster, and that was not a thing. Like it's you pick up, Mbappe 10, you're stuck with Mbappe 10, right, for the rest of the tournament. That's a guy on my team.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mbappe. It's nothing negative against you, but so that's the thing. It's like you're stuck with that guy.
It was different. It was a different experience. I mean, I wasn't like I didn't hate it.
No, yeah. But I want to play it next time. But all right.
So you there or what?
Well, I'm not managing either way, so I don't.
Yeah.
That was. I hate managing internationally. By the way, that's like
that was. I mean, I had no success with that, so let me not.
This still didn't either. I don't know why he bought it. So I mean, I'm waiting for him to respond. I guess.
All right, fish and see you. I see you guys. All right, babe.
We know why Cage sold, so we don't need to ask him.
Dude, come on, man. I mean, like, it's not my. Dude, like, I don't know.
You can't
my defense just was a blunder.
You can't say it's not your fault.
Didn't you get fucking grouped, you stupid bum?
Yeah,
I don't think we like my defense just sold, bro. Like I don't want.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
Yeah, you're part of that defense, bro. You're on the
being realistic, if you look back at the streams, it was literally like errors, like personal errors that someone would repeatedly make. Like that is why we lost.
Nobody's going back and watching those streams, man. That was like
I'm just I still remember.
I wonder if your team sold on defense because they had you at outside mid and you can't defend.
No, it's not that. I think I blame CM9 for sure. If he definitely picked out some bad.
I changed my opinion now.
I wanted.
That's a good take.
My
one of the best
second
DMs
pick
historically.
was supposed to be lots of X, and he didn't let me do it. So I'm forever, hold that against him. But anyway, I think a team-based next one where we pick out again should be what's preferred. But obviously, that's probably what we'll do anyway.
I like the draft. This was more for me. The buy was like, I would buy another draft, not necessarily this coming World Cup, although it does say that right in the question. But
yeah.
Well, so I have a different. So I bought for a different reason than Exile did. So maybe my perspective will kind of give a little bit more light on it. So I bought because I just think it's better for the league. I think that we had a great night of exposure on Twitch, and from a marketing perspective, you want to get new players into the league. There is a whole swath of like little rats that are out playing Ultimate Team right now that love the concept of pro clubs that literally don't play this league because they just don't know this kind of shit exists. So that draft turned out to be, I think, the most viewed PCN event stream on Twitch ever with like 500 viewers or something like that, or 400 or something. So I think that a night like that, where you get that many viewers, is never bad because you're allowing the league to grow. I think it's just fun. Like everybody was having fun. Like, where am I going to go? Who's going to be the first overall pick? Who's going to be this? Who's going to be that? And we could structure the draft differently if people want to look at it that way, or things of that nature. But I bought because I think it's just good for the league. And then another side point is no super teams. Whatever these side leagues are, no super teams. We don't need any more Bayern Munichs. We don't need any more Manchester Cities. We all have to deal with that in the regular season because these kids all hide together. So no more super teams. Whatever the next thing is, no super teams.
Well,
You're just asking,
okay.
can't get on a super team, and let's
Easy.
move on. Piece of shit cam.
Next one.
Striker, whatever you are.
That's it? Oh, okay. Well, next we have our marquee matchup. Wow! What the fuck? What assholes? Are you guys serious? Okay. I mean,
Dude, you let my team beat you twice. Like, don't
Okay,
even talk. Like that.
listen, pal. Don't even bring it up with me, X.
Yeah, hold that cage.
You are literally in.
He can't. He doesn't have it.
I would be in third place right now if I didn't default those 2 games. Okay, so I would not worried about this game at all. We've been on a win streak, so we're chilling.
How does it feel?
I'd be in first place if I. Oh,
I mean, have you not seen Liverpool?
am.
B got broke his TV. No, he fucking broke
Did
his
he?
TV and his controller. Yes,
Shout out to Brandley.
they're in shambles last game day. I mean, I love
No,
Salah,
they-
but if you guys watch the stream, man, that guy was so stressed out. Also,
He was mad. Well, I mean, he's a lot like me, right? We just yell, and I don't know. It's fun.
I mean, but I'm just being honest. I don't. Recently, their mental form, their morale has not been good, and Mapes hasn't been there. And I think that's why Mapes is like a calm dude who can typically set the tone of a party, but without him, it's a lot of attitudes that I don't think can be checked. But good players though. I mean, Salar's having a crazy ass season, so that's obviously the only thing we're worrying about. But we know what they like to do. They like to fucking LBY. This will be a matter of if we can deal with it.
Yeah, bro, for sure. That's exactly what I think too. When I think of pivotal players for teams and how they're going to make it run in Super League, I immediately think Mapes. This is why you're a great manager, Cage.
Who said that? Where do those words come out of my mouth? Don't even talk about being a good manager. Oh, man, Isco.
Oh my god!
You're a great manager, dude.
When they're getting bodied by this bum, you better just pack it in. You just better pack it in, dude. Oh no! Oh no!
I don't even know what he's saying, man. But
Bro,
yeah,
you just gave me a 5-minute spiel about how Mapes could turn around a team in Super League, bro. I'm just saying, you're a great manager. I can see why you make it as far as you do.
Because he's if as long as you have some decent parts of talent.
Oh, I get it now. It's because you're the locker room guy who doesn't bring anything of value mechanically. That's what the connection is.
I don't have
this is raw. This is.
I mean, it's just funny because he hasn't won half of what I've won. So it's just funny that
you won because I couldn't sit upright. I had to play laying down.
You don't do good. That's why you don't win anything. You don't do good. That's how it is.
Cage won on my team too, Isco. I think we bodied you in the Royal Cup final with Cage.
Yeah, but I still had a knee issue.
No, you didn't have a knee issue.
I don't know how you keep.
I was too far away because my knee.
Oh wait, you're talking about the one way back. Oh yeah, I take no fault for that. What did we lose? 5-4 or something like that?
No. You lost 5-0 in the first one, 4-1 in the second one, if I recall correctly.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, that was.
The second one he was on. The first one he was not a part of.
Yeah, I mean, Isco just, I don't really know what you can say about my team, pal, because you can't even, you got to be a good player first. You have to be a star on your own.
Hey, hold up.
I'm two seasons and 3 seasons.
No, not him. No, I'm not saying all managers have to, Exile, obviously. I'm just saying for him, the way he talks about it. But he's
terrible.
Isco's not even that good.
Debating that. Nobody's debating that. I was going to say Isco got, actually, to be fair to him, and I really hate that I have to defend this guy. Really? You're putting me in this
Let's go.
position? But honestly, he has been really, really hard to play against. In the last couple of game days, we played against them in the BYOT, I think, last night. And he's clearly drifting to my side because he thinks I'm ass, which is fine. I get it. But, he drifts over, and then he starts trying to dance, but it's really hard to keep up with because my guys are running all over the place.
Oh, let's not. Isco literally
he's actually
no,
he's a very good dribbler. Very good dribbler. But I said it on my stream the other night, he's like the guy who is incredibly talented, but knows fuck all about soccer, so he doesn't know when to make the right play happen. So it's
whoa,
he's dribbling and he can dance on you, but then there's no product, right? No end product there. But that's against me. That I can't say against the rest of the people because you have gotten 2 team of the seasons now. So
Well, next marquee matchup we can toss that on as well. What is it? Okay, Ajax and Wolves. I mean, Ajax, I feel like has a better. Their team is who's that? Phelan Joyman, Tone.
I'm actually
Who's the manager of that?
Yeah.
Tweaking.
who's what manager? Of what?
Ajax.
Brando Nico.
Yeah, that team. Yeah, I mean that group is good. Wolves is not bad, but I mean the Ajax guys kind of, I feel like they've meshed together more. There are a lot of old heads that have played together, so they've gotten a lot of draws. But I think they have turned a feud into wins. So
Oh wait, hang on, I forgot. I couldn't see this fucking. I can't see this.
it's Ajax and Wolves.
No, I know, but I regret not talking more about Liverpool and why they were going to kick your ass because I forgot what we were talking about because I couldn't see.
Unlucky, hold that. We can.
Well, I don't really give a fuck about this game. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody on either team. I just associate Wolves.
I know one
with
player
when,
on both teams, and it's Zeus. That's about it.
I just associate Wolves from when fucking Prince used to have the team, so I just assume they're always bad after that. So
No,
I don't know.
No, I think Wolves is probably the better team, just because.
Give me 5 players on Wolves XL.
Well, Zeus is the main one, right? That I
Okay.
loaned them, right? Obviously, the manager I know pretty well, but I can't remember his name right now because I've been drinking. You dick.
Yeah, so
You don't remember that? I know him really well, but I can't think of his name. Okay, next, the third.
He's a good player. And then, yeah, no, I don't know. I play against him pretty frequently. Though. I play against them pretty frequently. No, they're pretty good. They're a pretty good team, though. To be fair, I played against both teams. Ajax is a good team, but not great. But Wolves were a much better side. Better dribbling, better control.
We'll see. I'm saying they will.
Cage, name 5 players on Ajax.
I'm not going to do that. All right. So
Why didn't
now
you ask me about Ajax? Because Zlati, Brandon.
I knew you knew about
we
them.
have our
Wow.
CV tier list, our Super League CV tier list. Yeah, we're not
Why
gonna.
is Yixi? How do you even pronounce that?
Oh,
Like, what is this?
Yix?
So but
Is
before
that 3? Okay.
Yix?
before
Yeah,
we
what do you-
start, I got like a side announcement. I don't know how I don't know if VFL or like PCN are like partners or anything, but like me and Goat are actually running an international team. I think the VFL USA. So if anybody like watching this is available Friday, Saturday, or Sunday from 3 p.m. to 3:30, me and Goat will be running a team, and we're looking for players. And that's all I had to say
What does
about
that
that.
mean? VFL USA. What does that mean?
They're having a World
they're all
Cup.
in the World Cup, yeah.
Yeah.
So me and Goat will be running USA, and we're just looking for guys available at those times.
Goat's gonna be sitting there in his witch hunt T-shirt.
Oh,
Jesus
goodness,
Christ.
stop it.
All right,
Stop it.
turning back. So CB tier list. I mean, pretty straightforward what we're gonna do. So we might as well start off right away. So Yix, obviously, money. That's your guy, right?
Yes.
Oh,
That
okay.
is
So I thought that was 5. I was wondering why you guys put him. We have a tier list: S, A, B, C, D, F. Then I thought 5
Ignore the
was at
bottom. Yeah, it's just all the names
Okay.
stacked. The website
So
doesn't
do we
work for
put
this.
him S?
You're-
You confident as S, or do like has he not proven himself yet?
I mean, it's to me, he's obviously S because we have the least goals conceded in Super League. He's my anchor. He's been solid throughout the whole season and will be for the rest. So for me, he's an S. If you want, wherever you guys want to put him is fine.
Is
But
he a FMVP
that's
guy
fair.
that came up
yes,
here?
he
or-
is. He is. Yeah.
I think I know who he is. I think he's like a B. Like he's not like
Oh,
I have my own person. I mean,
What's a-
obviously we're gonna do an average or whatever we agree on through the rest of you guys and all that. But for me,
Yeah.
it's like my perspective on CBs is that like I will never value somebody like Iron Diesel. Like I like Iron as a guy, great human being. I couldn't like that guy more as a person, but I don't value CBs who backpedal. Like I need guys like Wani. Like I value Wani very high because he's able to both not be a compromising player on defense while still probably being the most aggressive CB in the league with stepping out of position to go up and make a tackle. So if you don't do that as a CB, you might be good at all the other shit, but you won't be ranked highly in my personal book because I don't
Yeah, I get
value
it.
that play style. So
So
I've seen this guy play before, and he's like a mixture. He's not quite that aggressive. He's also not quite backpedally, but he's solid. So I don't know. He's like a B. I don't think he's the greatest, but I don't think he's bad by any means.
I mean, if we're referring to PCN, in my opinion, then I'd say we have to use it based off what he's done in PCN or is doing. So
Oh,
that being
that's
said,
you don't like eye test because nobody thinks you're good with the eye test. You don't
Okay,
know.
Oh,
Yeah,
you literally have Murray as your center back, bro. Don't talk to me about all
That's the
goddamn
goal.
Murray.
come on, man.
That's Murdog. He's got that dog in him.
I think we can
Yeah.
agree Yix can be S tier, at least because like for what he's done just coming in. I mean, you
I
can
don't know
give
if
it
I've seen him.
He
Seen him
hasn't
get
won anything.
I haven't seen him much. No, I mean we played against you, and his name pops up quite frequently. But I don't know if that's indicative of my team not knowing how to pass.
I mean, this
in
is also
transition, or
off
if
of
that's,
what
you
we've
know.
seen from other leagues as well.
Yeah,
So
see, I have not seen much of him.
yeah, but I think as a collective, people would agree that he'd be in that quality of CB.
Put him A. Put him A. Vape.
Yeah, that's
right?
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next, Wani.
S. Fucking S.
Yeah, he's got to be S tier. I mean, I don't know how you mark Wani anywhere. Now, did I read that on Twitter correctly that he's taking a break? What the hell is that? Oh man,
he-
I don't know what's
he-
happening, but I think
I love that guy.
I think it's
man.
some
I love
personal
that.
issues. He's gonna be away for a while, but getting some things. I mean, just he's prioritizing his personal life for a while, so
I
you
feel
can all
that.
agree that's more important than
Yeah.
virtual trophies.
Well,
But
I
yeah,
send
it's
a lot of
definitely
love
S.
his way, man. He's a great dude. I like him a
Mhm.
lot.
yeah,
It sucks that that's happening, but get your shit figured out and come back.
F.
No problem.
yeah. So S for Wani. Next, we got Walker.
F. G.
Nah, you're disrespectful, man.
I think he's A.
Yo,
I
why
think
is he
A
violating
minimum.
Walker so
No?
much? He said H, man.
Fucking Crystal, bro. Put that motherfucker down in Z.
Is there a B plus? Because like
Me,
he's
yeah.
I can put him in the middle.
B plus. Yeah, middle
Yeah,
could be B plus.
All right, if I give an honest rating, so here's the thing: Walker is probably one of the smarter CBs in the league.
Yeah.
Right. I think most people would agree he's extremely smart. One of his faults is he's not very confident, and he never has been, and he never will be. Walker is probably one of the most like nice, genuine people that anybody here will ever meet. However, he like second guesses himself a shit ton. So like whenever guys get the ball that lack confidence, they shake. Like that's just a thing. So the running joke is within like the Phoenix guys or like the guys from Brighton and all that is that when Walker gets the ball, he sucks at passing. Like that's like his thing. So I think for me, Walker is incredible. The fact that he can overcome the fact that he's got the passing ability of a newborn walrus. But that being said, he's won a lot of shit in the league and all that. So for me, I'd say A.
Yeah, that's what I
Fine by
said.
me.
A. But you guys are saying B plus.
Title, so I'm not complaining.
All
good
right.
player. Good
So
player.
next.
He has faults, but who doesn't?
Van Dyke 876. Isco, I know you know a lot about.
Who the fuck is that guy?
And by the way, this is among qualified players. So if there's people that haven't played this season a certain amount of games, they did not make it on this list when we had the name shown. So
Wait, quick quiz. What team is this guy on, Cage?
Yeah.
I have no clue, dude. I have no idea.
I don't have any.
Fucking F, bro. Nobody even knows who you play for. That ain't
F
good
for
sign.
Van Dyke 876. Sorry, guy.
Yo, money. You want to argue with this? Is Van Dyke 876 going F, or do you have any qualms with that?
Does he have what?
Oh my bad.
All right.
Too many big
Unix.
words.
Is he a center back? Can we confirm that?
Yeah. Does he play defense?
I don't. I mean, I assume given the name, but
Next up is Unix. He hasn't played in a long time, right?
no,
Is
he plays periodically. I see him on.
This
He-
has to
he's
do
one of
with-
those guys that's
This
like,
is based off games
extremely
played this
talented.
season.
He's
Yeah,
a Brit,
I mean,
right?
He's a very, very good. No,
I mean, he is a really good CB when he
he's an excellent
plays.
player, but he's very, very good. I mean, very talented, composed on the ball, extremely good dribbler. Still uses the right stick flick with like the RB right stick to like nutmeg player. It's weird, but
I
he's
think
very
he'll
good
put a
at
B
it.
What
plus.
team is he on?
I don't know this season. I honestly don't know.
I mean, Vape.
He,
But
he's
in
all,
PCN,
I believe he's on Lyon. I might be wrong. He's always been really good, but he kind of fell into that category where he just stopped caring. Like he was up there
I'll
like
say
back in
B.
the day with like Quick being like the best
Yeah.
center backs.
At his
I'll say
peak, I
B.
probably put him at A, but I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, I was gonna say like B, maybe B
Yes.
plus.
I
Yeah,
would say B plus
C-
as well.
B
C
plus.
would be
B.
fine. He's
What the
very
fuck is he a
talented,
B?
but I don't know.
Yeah, he's a good C.
How?
Like
How's
I'd
he a
say
B or
like
an A?
a top Super League team could have him.
because he's a very good player. Like I would put him on my team if he gave a shit. And
He ain't good enough to know what team he's on.
yeah, but I didn't know he was still in the league.
Well,
I feel like if he
yeah,
was that
good.
good, you would know what team he was on.
Why? I
Because
can
you
barely
don't
get
just
my
not-
team to fucking play well. Why would I
Um,
care about some other team?
Because I think
Damn,
that you
man.
just hear word of mouth eventually. Like, put it for example, right?
No.
Like, okay, well, anyway,
I know
would say-
Unix. This guy I've played with. I've played against him quite a
yeah,
bit.
but I don't
I've
care
seen
if somebody was good in
his
1922.
Instagram channel.
I'd say he's like a B. Honestly,
I'd say,
For
I'd
Unix
say,
and Cuba.
I'd say D. B is way too high.
Do we just want to
D,
settle on
but
C?
D-
High C.
But the D
Fair.
doesn't make sense because
Yeah,
you're
D's
basically
stupid.
saying
C
that
is
there are
still
players
abysmal
who
to me, but okay. Just to
barely
make you guys
qualify as
happy.
center backs. Like I would probably be C. I don't feel that Unix and I are on the same level. That's
Because
Yeah,
I
I
think,
think
if he's
think
on,
Unix is-
okay, whatever, put him at whatever you want. I say
I mean,
D.
I personally would feel like he should be up there, but if this is what you guys
I
think,
mean, keep in mind, S is a tier that exists, right? So it's
Yeah.
SAB. If B is the third tier, Unix should be in the third tier as far as
Yeah.
just quality. Now, if he gave a shit, he could be S tier. Like I truly believe that, but I don't think he gives a shit.
I feel like I've seen this guy play, and he's just a regular, average, no-name bum. But
yes,
sure,
yes,
whatever.
Let's go. You could play against the best fucking player on the planet. In fact, you have.
No, stop it.
and
I am very
you've
honest.
said Fuddy's ass, Fuddy's shit, and like Fuddy would lap you 17 times.
Yeah.
That's just cap, man. You can't.
No,
say
okay,
shit,
I'm
man.
being hyperbolic when I say this. Obviously,
I
think
know.
Fuddy's great.
yes, babe, yes.
I
I'm
know
not being
that.
hyperbolic right now. This guy's fucking. I haven't seen this guy have a
Right
relevant
there.
season in like.
All right,
fucking-
Tiago.
Anyway,
I think
B.
Should be fun from this call.
B.
Damn. Tiago
What's
still
he
at
done?
at CB? Tiago still. What do you mean? What has he done? He just
I
won
feel
the
like-
league last season.
He just hides it.
is it S? Is it A plus S?
Oh my god! I need to take a break. I'll be back.
Tiago? You're not saying you're saying that the guy who is literally one of the best dribblers.
He
in
ain't
the
at
league.
fucking DM, bro. He's at fucking CB. He's not
Okay.
that good. Every time I play against him, I get past him with ease because he doesn't know how to defend.
If this were DM, I would not even put him anywhere near S. So that's me.
What?
CB. Oh yeah,
Really?
no DM. No, he has the positional awareness of a snail. Like I don't agree. He doesn't. I'll straight up say that.
Scorching
But
hot take.
I
He is
think
one of the best players
like
I have ever seen, but his
A
positional awareness.
plus. I think he's A
defensively is
plus.
not
No,
good.
A plus.
Okay.
Put him in between.
I'll straight up tell him that. I've told him that before.
Wow.
He is one of the best players I've ever seen on the ball. Off the ball, he gets lost at DM. He gets
Yeah, so
lost.
how the fuck could he possibly be
don't
better at
think-
CB where positioning
Because
matters
No,
even
at
more?
CB, he
CB is not about necessarily.
he like
figuring out
his
where you're at in the
minimum
midfield.
performances are A plus, and then he'll like the S performances just come in as well. So
I think he's an incredible player. Like he should be.
Yes, I'm not arguing that. I think
he's, like,
Thiago's.
he's probably the best utility
I have
in
a-
the
here's the
league.
thing.
Honestly, there's
Yeah.
no other
I-
utility player like him.
I have a
I
rule of
didn't
thumb.
like him at DM. I didn't like him.
Better
at
watch
DM.
out
That's
for
my
you get a
personal
DM from Dan.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get one right now. I'm sure. I'm
I'm the
sure people
best.
watching this.
Money, you haven't said anything. What's your opinion on Thiago?
Tiago is on
Literally the
a bad
best
day
utility.
on a bad day he's an A, best day he's an S,
Yeah.
and that's all I'll say.
I think that's fair.
On his bad day, he's easily a C or a B. He's usually average.
We'll have Murray as a CB. Shut
Mhm.
the fuck up.
Yeah, bro. Come
That's
on.
Murdog, bro. Stop the. Stop.
Nerd dog.
You're talking shit about that Murdog, bro. I don't know what you're doing.
I think Yix and Walker should be swapped though, babe. I think
You
Yix
know
still
what,
would
though?
be preferred
Let's
over
go.
Walker.
Have you gotten your drink yet? God damn.
Oh, you know what? Actually, we'll grab a shot. Real quick.
Yo, that's what
There
I'm
you go.
nah.
Yeah, you go do that.
nah.
The Taco
Mm.
Kid, 95.
That's tough because like he.
C.
oh,
Be right back.
If we're talking about now, I would probably say B or C.
Yeah.
Back in the day, he was
I feel like
top
C
quality.
plus. I feel like
It's
C
just-
plus.
just because he's been away and I haven't seen him play in a while. It's hard to tell.
Yep.
C plus.
That's where I'm
yeah.
at too. I would say probably C, upper C, lower B,
Yeah.
something like that
that's
right
fair.
now because he did take a season off. He's been kind of floating in League One. He's back up a little bit, but yeah. I mean,
I think he's on Liverpool now, isn't he, or no?
Yeah, he's on Liverpool.
Yeah, he's anchor for Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
All right,
that's cool. I mean,
so-
like I said, this season, even though I'm in the league,
Streak
I'm
X.
feeling
Who's this?
not
Is
great.
this? Is that
Are those Qs or is that Strig?
Streak?
It's
Cute,
cute.
But
yeah.
that's Lizard.
That's
Or is this
Lizard. Oh, I think
Streak
Lizard
now?
now. It's weird because like you play against him and like he'll be crazy good, but then he'll be on your team and then he plays like fucking like an
Yeah,
F tier.
that's how I feel about him. That's
But-
tough.
On
Where's
his day,
Ricardo?
he's a
Said-
solid CB. Like on his day, he's like a B plus, honestly. But it's just the consistency when I play with him.
And when
I
he's
don't
on my
feel like
team,
he's
he
like-
like sells my fucking bread. When I play against him, he's fucking Pep at his prime.
I
Uh,
I give him like a B at least, no, because like he's not like a C type player. I think he's better than Taco. But as when it comes to Unix, I don't know if I'd take him.
I'll put him
over-
between them two.
Yeah.
Maybe high B.
Yeah,
You know, one of those either one works.
that works. All right. Who's next? Reno. Okay, this guy's on Inter this season. I haven't played too much with him, so and I don't know. I've seen a couple. Like I played with him a little bit, but I haven't seen like enough to make me go, "Wow, this guy's got solid CB." So
Yeah.
for me, he could be like average because Inter's not doing bad in the season. I know either.
I would put him under Taco Kid.
Yeah,
I genuinely don't know him. So I can't
that's fair.
say anything.
All right. Rejectum's next. That's another A, right? We can
High A, low no, high B, low A.
high, B, low A. You don't think he's better than Walker or EX?
I think him and Walker are I'm gonna go hand in hand to be honest, but
Yeah.
If you said they were the same person, I might believe you.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I feel like Isco would say something now, but I think he's drinking, so that's he'll come back and he'll make his comments
He's
on it.
drinking. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Sip some artisanal water, prick.
he's probably drinking. I don't even know, something light probably. Hopefully his shots. I don't know. Ramirez. He's on Atletico now?
Valencia.
Valencia. He's on Valencia.
I think probably
Won't
B
you?
there for me. Yeah. I mean, good.
He's
not
solid.
great.
He's a solid guy.
Another guy in that category. I feel like I feel like he
Yeah.
fits in that category. All right.
Good Good.
Site gaming.
I'm F because I don't like his gamer tag. Fuck
I
it.
don't I don't know who he is. Does anyone know who?
I have no idea who that
Anybody
is.
in the chat know who the fuck this guy is? Because
Oh, that's right. This is being streamed, isn't it? Oop.
anybody in the chat know who the fuck?
Site gaming. Does he have a former gamer tag? I didn't look.
I don't know.
I
What does
couldn't-
the chat think? Everyone think this guy should. I think people are saying A tier. This is kind of.
Why don't you have
Yeah,
the
nah,
chat
that's
listed
cap.
on here for us, man? I can't see what's going on. I don't want to pull up the stream.
Blame OBS.
He plays for
Why? You could
Benfica?
put it right there. You could put the.
Dude,
stream
you
right
guys,
here,
I just
maybe.
come and sit back down. You guys are so nice, dude. Like, what am I looking at?
What do you mean? This is a good list so far. This guy was. Everyone's saying D. The chat's saying D.
Why
Yeah,
is
throw D.
Taco Kid 95 at high C low B, and why is this dude named Strick that I've never even seen?
That's
It's
Right.
Lizard. That's Lizard.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
We don't know.
All right,
Stripe
next.
either, but
Pony.
Trip
This is an interesting one because I
B.
like he's his main position, but B.
B.
isn't he? Who is he playing for?
Well,
Bayern?
CB's kind of his main position.
No, he's
He-
at Lyon now.
Pony's
Leon?
actually been like a outside mid as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
'cause
but
he
isn't
played
his
for
main
outside
position
mid
B?
for you? Didn't he, money?
Put high B.
High B.
Hmm.
So what would you take him over Unix and Lizard?
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah.
All right, that works. Ortiz, okay, this is debatable, but I feel like
F.
when he's not being a bitch, he's like one of the best CBs to play with. I can't. It's just his attitude is what is annoying.
Yeah,
He
I'm
can-
not moving him. I'm already set. I locked it in
Who?
place.
Who? Who is it?
Ortiz.
Stop.
Well, she's gonna be an S when he wants to, when he cares.
Yeah.
A on a normal day.
He literally
Yeah.
through the
A
first
minimum.
week and a half of our season.
A
at Barca.
minimum. He literally had like 10 possessions won in 2 games.
No,
Like
And he
that-
also emoted 6 times so we could lose 5-0.
because you
Yeah.
missed open nets. He didn't care at that point.
How was that left
man.
mid? I was vibing.
I don't want to. I didn't.
You know why he chose? Because he has fucking Vape as his fucking manager.
Just remember,
I'm not the
I got a
manager,
team of the
Cages.
season. I got a team of the season at Cam with Vape at Striker. Just remember that, Cage.
Yeah, Cage, you're nothing without me.
Why does that even have to come up, bro? We're talking about something else. Jesus Christ.
We're talking CB's tier list, and this man.
Talk about
I was
team
Cam
of
when Cage. Who cares?
If you want to do that
Ortiz-
too, that's cool. Also
Ortiz is-
didn't win anything last
Ortiz
season,
should,
so he can get.
Ortiz should be S. He should
Hey.
be S.
I think A plus S. Yeah.
He could be. He could be.
I feel like I feel like I take.
I think put him on like
Oh,
Thiago.
hang on,
next
let
to
me make a
Thiago.
quick
Yeah,
comment
with
as well.
Thiago, with Thiago.
I wasn't here for my lad Riley when he got selected, so reject him.
Yeah,
I will
yeah, I
say
told you.
reject him should be S. I think that he should be S because I think that he has all the things that Walker has with the confidence. Like reject him is Walker if Walker had more confidence. And
It's
reject
funny
him.
because I said if Isco told me they were the same person, I might believe it.
Yeah, no, they're so as like actual people, they're very different. Like they're
No, I
entirely
don't
different as
know
like
them.
normal people, but like
Yeah,
as
I don't know
players, they're they're both extremely fucking good. They've both been around since like the inception of fucking pro clubs, and they both know how to play the fucking game. And the only reason why I think people in the league don't really rate Rejectum is because Rejectum doesn't give a fuck to talking PC. Rejectum cares about PC a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, Rejectum actually cares. He just
Maybe it's the name though.
Yeah,
Think about that. The brand is not so great.
Well,
Maybe
technically,
change the
Walker
name.
shouldn't be Walker 2. He should be Acceptum.
Rejectum
Yeah, he
also
was
cheap.
Acceptum.
Yeah, this
Rejectum
the,
also
Septum
cheap
and Rejectum?
in golf with friends.
these were taken before I think Monday, so the gamer tag change on the website was not updated for Walker, and I think also for Jim, which is upcoming.
So who's on CJ?
CJ23 on CJ. It's probably
Probably better than CJ.
I think this is
F.
one of the Mexican League guys.
F.
I
Oh,
believe.
that's not CJ.
No,
Or
I
he's
think
not
that's one of the
He's not
Mexican League
Super
guys.
League, so,
F.
yeah.
From what I heard, these guys. Yeah, I mean PCN he hasn't done anything, so I guess
I
we'll
don't
leave
know
it there.
him. So.
But I
FA.
heard, to be fair, I heard his team got like
You're
second place
wrong.
in a
You're welcome.
big FMVP.
Nice. I don't care about what happens in FMVP. F.
I'm just being honest.
Guaje
Okay.
Ochoa.
Guaje Ochoa, I played
F.
against him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is gonna hurt.
Nutmeg Figs. Okay, he's not an F.
B.
I'd say. Huh?
Oh, he's pretty decent.
B.
Why is it gonna hurt? Is he on Madrid?
Yeah, he's a Madrid player. Yeah.
I think you should go B. He's actually pretty good.
I mean, you don't
He's a-
have to answer.
No, he's a very good player. I think he's
How
one of
about
those guys
B? But like maybe like a
leads
high
to
C.
inconsistencies. He has some inconsistent play, but he's very good.
Yeah, that's like a good.
He's very
spot
good.
for him.
I have no qualms about him. I just was wondering what you guys were gonna say.
I think he's actually pretty decent, mechanically speaking. So here's the thing. No offense, X. I view defenders who don't play on top teams as players who are failed in the midfield and forward, and they have to play defense in order to play, or else nobody's going to pick them up on a.
Sure.
Hold on.
somewhere relevant team.
Also, I
I don't
wanna-
actually think of him that way. I think Nutmeg Figs could very much so be a serviceable outside mid in the team because he's decent on the ball. I just think that he's one of those dudes who like. I don't know these people personally, so like I can't speak to him as like an individual, but like the way that I perceive the guys that fall into that category for me are like I don't think they really give a fuck enough about PCN to be passionate enough to go play like Ultimate Team and grind their way to Division 1 and then Elite and like learn how to play at like a finer level. So I think he's your normal semi-passionate random who is mechanically serviceable and can kind of hold his own. Not special, not bad.
Yeah. I mean, he is that. He's very good. I think
Also,
he's a
I do
good
wanna
dude. He
point out-
does care. He does care a lot for what it's worth. But yeah.
People
mean,
said Guaje Ochoa won League One with Sociedad and is on Valencia right now.
Don't
so
care.
What would you guys rate him then?
F.
Because they said we were tweaking. They said we're
I don't
idiots.
know him. I can't speak.
No,
to
yeah.
him.
So I
Hey,
don't
wait
know
a
what
second.
either. So like, what would you guys give him? I guess he's on Valencia and apparently their defense is really good.
Hang on, wait. No, I can do this.
IB?
Fala.
Fala?
Fala is failure in Spanish. Fala.
Oh. B. Everyone's saying B.
Or Faya. It might be Faya.
B or C. Okay.
Money, don't you speak Spanish? Like maybe you could tell him. Like
No, I'm on my phone. Sorry, and I'm also
no,
drunk.
you're good. You're good.
What's the question?
Guaje Ochoa?
No,
where's he at?
He won League One with Sociedad and
He's in
he's on
Faya.
Valencia. So they're
Fala.
saying he's C plus. Okay, give him
F.
C plus, babe.
Oh, why? Because chat wants it?
I mean, because they know him.
Who's in
They're
chat
saying this
saying
was-
that? Who's saying that?
I trust the chat. You don't
Who's
trust the
saying
chat?
it? Name names.
This
Let's go look,
list
let's
is
go
ter- Wow, well, fuck you then, dude.
Give me like a couple names. Who's
I
talking
don't-
in chat?
I don't know him, so I can't say.
You can look at the chat.
I don't have it open.
You,
That's-
a
Oh.
vape could add the chat to the screen. Like this is not
good.
that hard, man.
All right, Murray. I want to hear someone say it first.
I want to hear somebody say it first. No, why would he be an F? Come on, man. He's not an F.
I think he's like
I'm like,
in between, like below Pony and them. Because I feel like on his day he's not bad,
He's a-
but also
He's a Super League center back. I think it's unfair to put him.
no,
in
no, not
No.
that.
Let Exile,
No.
let Exile answer this. Exile, I mean, an Exile. Isco, where are we putting him?
No, I want to let you three give your opinions first, and then I'll finish it off.
Yeah, make him make the choice. That's good. No, that's solid.
What?
No,
I say low B, high C.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying in between
I think
Pony
that's
and
fair.
Taco
I
Kid.
think that's fair.
Oh, no, exactly right there. Yep.
Okay,
I think
so
that's fair.
everybody here knows that when Double's name pops up, it's going to be in contention between S and A. However, that being said, Murray is very much better than Double on his day. So Murray's biggest deficit is that he's an idiot. Otherwise, he's fucking
He also
phenomenal.
listens to K-pop.
Yeah, that's the other one. So here's the thing with that fucking idiot. People don't know this, but he spends every single PCN game, almost, FaceTiming his girlfriend for the entirety of the game. Every single time. Because, don't even get me started. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my shit exile. Don't even get me started. I don't fucking know. They don't fucking live together. He lives in Canada. She lives in New York. They don't see each other very often. So they don't want to talk to each other 24/7. So he doesn't get off the fucking FaceTime with her. So that's number one. That's numero uno. We literally,
Murray. It's good for your relationship.
Fucking my God, trust me, I know. I fucking tried this conversation with him already. So anyway, so that's his number one thing. And the other thing is that he actually is, like, people don't know this, but Murray is another one of these guys that's been around since the inception of pro clubs. Like, he has been around longer or as long as Midget and all those guys. Murray's been around for forever.
Formerly banned player, by the way. So
there you
good
go.
job signing him, jerk.
He's won all sorts of shit in all sorts of leagues. So he's one of these guys that falls into the category of like I think that I've done enough that like I have a hard time paying attention for a full 90 minutes if it starts to get boring for me. But unfortunately for Murray, for as good as he is, he's not good enough where he can like fuck around. And that's where he falls short. Is like he'll go for an 89 minutes of perfect play, and then on the 90th, he'll have some heinous fuck up where he's talking to his girlfriend. He looks up and like fucking sneaky Salamander 32 is putting a fucking shot past him because he dribbled past him. So I think he's great. I think Murray can easily be an S. I certainly think he's an A player without question. But
no,
if you guys want to put him lower, then it's just going to motivate him.
I think where he's at is good enough.
I think you rate your players higher than everybody else.
Bro, there's people that like know Murray. That put it this way, you guys think that Thiago's great? Thiago's been begging Murray to join City since the season started.
I like Murray as a dude. I just don't think that's fair. I don't think that's real.
Fair enough.
All right, well, we can move on to Mo then. I mean, Mo is like
is beast.
I mean, for like what he's won in PCN, he technically should be S tier if you look at his resume. But
high B, low A. High B, low A.
I mean, yeah, because like he's won everything in PCN.
I think he's actually really good at it.
What the fuck would you put me at? That's
no, I'm kidding. I'm not. No, I say
I like Mo. I like Mo.
I like Mo's in the same round as like Taco and Nutmeg and them.
Mo's pretty fucking good, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Or like below Murray. But
he was on my team when he won Super League. I mean, he did his job as
he's
a
a good player. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but come on, man.
I feel like you're I don't even know. I don't think conflating is the right word, but I think that you're like intertwining. I think you're having a hard time disassociating how he's like borderline.
He trialed for me this offseason. I know exactly how he plays.
Oh,
I like Mo. Mo is a great dude. Mo is one of my favorite people in PCN.
Oh, okay.
But to me, I don't think he's even above Utrip and Unix, Ramirez.
Yeah, no.
I don't think he's at that tier. I think he's good. He's probably with Taco Kid.
Well, I said high B. I said high B, low A. So he's probably right there.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
I think that's as solid as a B- as you can get. To be honest. And I love Mo. I'm sorry if you're listening to this. This is not meant to be a slam on you, man.
No, I mean, like, it's just that there are a lot of good CBs, and like he's there, and like he's been with some.
And he has dedicated himself to his craft this season, so I'm happy for him. But
who the fuck is this next guy?
All right, Mitten Baby. I don't know.
F.
Mitten Baby.
Well, let's ask the chat first. Let the chat say something.
I don't care. The chat lied to you last time. And you
I can't remember. His old gamer tag, I think, was like Big Shot. I might be wrong.
Oh, Big Shot? No, that guy's good, right?
FA.
But to me, like, part of it has to go with the name. Like, if you can't come up with a good name, you probably should be.
D-.
Like, honestly, you should be.
Mitten
Baby?
D.
What does that even mean?
Everyone's saying D.
I mean, Exile is terrible too, but I'll give him that.
Right, D it is.
FA.
10 years ago.
All right, Maddie Dot. Okay, Maddie, I think Maddie's in like the same category as like as Murray or maybe not there. Maybe I feel like he's like Taco Kid range.
Oh, my bad. It's Scuba, not Shada. Sorry, Scuba.
Oh, that's Scuba?
So D's probably fair. D's probably fair. He's from Detroit. He's from Detroit. I like the guy, but
Scuba C, I'd give Scuba C, and Maddie, Maddie's a C.
Maddie would be good if he weren't on UK Connection constantly.
Yeah, so you can give him a C.
Probably C-.
Yeah.
Good, but not.
You guys are just so nice.
Good, but nothing special. That's not nice.
How do we only have one player at F?
You put fucking Murray at upper B-A. Shut up.
Stop. All right. King Alex,
Dude,
I don't know.
I know Murray is fuming right now that you guys are dismissing him so much. I know he is fuming. I know he is fucking.
No,
All right,
livid.
hold on.
actually
Who's
really
King
like
Alex? Does
Murray.
anyone know who he is? If not, then
No.
D
King
plus.
Alex.
Double says D plus. Does Double know this guy?
King
D
Alex.
plus. F. Drax says F.
F.
Drac, is that a confident F? Oh no,
Yeah,
he's on
F.
Wolves PCB. All right.
F.
all right.
Who is
Give him-
King
give him a D
Alex?
plus.
X King Alex. What am I? He's like a fucking 2011 gamer tag. F.
All right. Jim.
Jimboni.
Oh. Is he at CB though?
Yeah.
Okay. B.
But like, do you put him? I feel like I take him over Lizette. Over Pony, maybe.
They're the same.
As just
Nah,
a player
Pony's
or as a
Pony's
person
the
who
best
fits
on that
with the team?
list. Pony is easily the best on that list.
But I feel like I still take Jim over like those other three. Honestly.
Alright, well, that's why you're a bad manager.
I would take Jim over Murray and Mo, but not over Unix. Or maybe even Ramirez.
I'd
Trippin,
take him over
I haven't seen him
Ramirez.
play recently.
You guys are going to make Leipzig so good the second half of the season because you're slandering Murray and he's been so bad for us. He's actually going to play good now. It's me fucking hysterical.
So he's been bad for you, but you wanted him. Okay, no, that's cool.
Yeah, he's been making some egregious mistakes, but he's still fucking extremely good.
Poison, actually, shit, man, he's been really
Probably
good.
high B, maybe in a way.
Oh my god, you people
Low
drive me
A,
crazy.
really?
Honestly, though, Poison is on my team now. I really like him. Since
You
he
guys have
came
no
in,
standards.
He's done.
Dude, you're a bad
extremely well.
manager.
Second best offense in Super League 2 seasons running. Suck my ass.
Poison to
Okay,
me.
Poison.
you're
I don't know. Like,
incredible.
I don't know if you put him up there in that A.
No, I
A
wouldn't
quality,
say A
but, like,
yet, but I think he has the quality, and he's got leadership too. If you count that into his performance,
You guys are
Okay, then you definitely put him over Lizette. I feel like
Ah.
he's second in that list.
Alright, you guys are smoking dick.
I
No, I think he's up there. I think he's up there with Jim and Unix.
Money.
I don't have a problem with
What do you
that.
think he's at, Money?
That's a good spot.
Based on what?
All right.
Based on I'm playing with him actively.
Yeah, in like fucking 17th place.
I played with him in
Yeah, but
AFCON.
he came
What do you mean?
in. He came
No,
in
he's
like
not
3
bad, bro.
games
He's a-
ago. Like he doesn't
Played
count.
with him
as-
in AFCON. He was my AFCON center back. He's solid, bro. Shut the fuck
All right.
up.
Ibuprofen. I feel like
He
that's
joined, my
another
he joined my team to help me
See?
get out of the relegation
Yeah,
zone. We're
Profen
getting
should be.
there with him.
Profen
So-
should be C.
Profen's good. Profen's good.
Okay, Gatto.
See,
should be
here's
like-
the thing. I view C as like, if you had to field them, it's gonna be like not ideal, but it's not necessarily gonna be bad. Like it's like
That's
it's like
4
okay,
tiers down, man. 4 tiers.
but you're viewing it wrong. Okay, here's the way to look at it. This is the way that I view it. S is like you've cemented yourself as like it's gonna be very hard for people's mentality if you do drop. You are like extremely good regardless of
Right.
circumstance. Like you're gonna be a heavily sought after person. A is
And
like
you put reject them there. You put
Yeah.
reject them as S. That to
Yes.
me is not. That's not right. That's not
because
right.
yeah, but you also don't really know him like I do. I have
No,
like
I
a
don't. He's not on my team.
And you
so I
don't,
don't
and you
check
don't
him
know
off.
Poison like that. So
no,
what
but
do
I
you-
do
what
know
do you-
Poison. I've seen him play in a bunch of different leagues. I just think that he's like a
No,
like a-
I think he's where he's at is good. I
okay.
think where
Anyway,
he's
long
at-
story short, B is like you're above average. You're good enough to like play on a team. Like people aren't going to be butthurt about you being on the team. Like you're good enough. C is like okay, you're there, and like now it's starting to be like okay, you're not ideal, but like you can do a job. D is like okay, we're going to have to pay attention to this guy being on the team because he's going to be a deficit. F is like I don't want this guy on my fucking team.
Gatto, I think. I don't know, man. I think that's a
B.
C.
Upper B.
No, dude. Like AFCON, literally, I don't know if it was his ping or what, but it was
He's kind
him
of
that
washed now.
cost us. Like
He also doesn't
he
care.
literally, yeah, like he doesn't. Like he literally doesn't give a shit about PCN. Therefore, like he doesn't play good, and he's on Chelsea right now, and like they,
Oh my God, Monty,
my
your
God,
mic,
oh.
Monty, it's
I
in
mean
your
that's
mouth.
just how it is. I think he's I wouldn't say I don't know about D, but like maybe like D.
Wow, you guys are
I would say
pissed
C
God.
minus.
All right, yeah, you don't leave him there. That's fine. Just recent, like he used to be really good. I don't know, but
You know what? Actually, you're right. Build the wall. Put him in D.
yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? That's why he still got 7 days to unban, you fucking moron.
I have known Gatto long enough. I can make that joke with him.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
Next. That should be fun.
I think Austin's A. I think that
No
could
comment. No fucking
fair.
comment on that. No.
be.
Yo.
No,
Oh,
no, no, no.
shit.
If you
You
put
don't
him
think
on A,
so?
This list is washed. No.
What?
No, I
No way! I want to hear this. I know I like this because I know
I
you
like
think there's some
Austin.
beef.
I
with-
like Austin as a guy, but he got booted from my team because he kept getting Y-balled nonstop. And
Let him know.
Not on
Let
my
him know.
side. Not on my stop. Not on my side. 'cause
What are
it
you
happened
thinking,
quite a
X?
bit.
C? High C?
I would say probably mid B. He's
No,
a good player,
I
but you're
think
saying
I
A,
think
that is
I
that's
think
that's wrong.
Austin's over Pony or any of those guys, man.
No.
Come on, dude.
No, his build alone makes him like a D plus. His build is like the worst build in pro clubs. I don't know what he does.
He puts
makes
up
it.
two
He makes it, and
numbers
his
per
guy
play
will
this
tip.
season. I don't
trips
know,
over
dude.
his
I
own 2
think
feet. It's
I've
You
been playing
say
with
that.
Austin.
How do you
I've
say
been
that
playing
with
with Austin
Poison on
for
your
like
team?
3,
Poison
4
is actually
seasons
very
almost
good.
at this
I
point.
urge you to watch him. I urge you to watch his.
I know.
film.
I've been playing with him with 3 seasons at least. All right. If I didn't rate him, he wouldn't be on my team, and he's a
Okay,
winner.
I like Poison.
Unbiased, Cage. You have bias. I'm very good at removing my feelings from things. Murray
I mean,
and
I'm
Austin
honest. I
are
don't
very
think he's
close to each
bad.
other. The fact that you think that Austin is like a slam dunk better than Murray player, that is nothing but pure
Yes.
bias.
Yes.
That is bias.
Austin over Murray any day. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Come
you're
on,
great.
bro.
They're very similar.
Austin's,
One.
Austin's
You're
a really
saying
good
no?
player.
Murray.
Austin's a really good player, but come on, dude. No.
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking Austin over those
I
guys.
cannot even
deep
tell
there.
you how many DMs I got about getting him out of my side.
I mean,
Let's settle
also, where
it.
do those
How about
DMs
this?
who are
Let's
those
settle.
DMs from, though?
We got a lot
That's
of
real
names
question.
left. Let's settle here for now. We can revisit. We can always move it around. Like,
Okay, let's
That's a
fly.
lot
Let's
of
fly.
names.
This
Are you
next guy,
fucking kidding me?
if you put him anywhere above C, I am not going to even vote in this. This is terrible. If this guy's anybody above C, anywhere above
Austin
C.
is not in that same
Not
category. That's
Austin. I'm saying the
unbelievable.
next guy. The next guy.
Ricardo.
Yes. No. I played several times with this guy. Each time I was like,
I'd say between C and
I
D.
would say, have you ever played center back before? Like literally, I uttered that out loud because he was so bad, so fucking awful, and I
So
was
where
like,
do you want to put him?
what the hell just happened?
I
put
just
him
think he's really inconsistent. Like some days
Yeah.
he'll look good. He'll
Channeling
some
his
days.
inner Wani, but also like slightly not there mentally.
RB
All right,
Ricardo.
Cappy LX.
Cappy's
I'm sure
pretty
he's a
good.
nice guy. That's nothing
Hey,
meant
I like
as
Cappy.
a personal
Cappy-
attack. I just
Cappy's
don't
a
like him
B.
as a player.
You said what?
Vape, can you move the high C's down so they're not like in the B tier?
I think it's
Is there? Okay. Caesar. Okay. So then Caesar would have to be on like that same level of like. I don't know. I still feel like Austin and Caesar I'd put at least in the same line as Pony in them.
you would.
Mm.
I think Caesar's better
I
than
wouldn't.
Austin, if I'm honest.
I don't know about that one.
I think he is more composed for sure.
I mean, Caesar also doesn't care
When
to
he
play,
cares, when he cares, he's a very good player.
Yeah,
C-
that's
C-
what I'm saying.
CM should be
Doesn't give a
B.
shit.
He should be somewhere on the B list.
But he doesn't give a shit.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should be
At
in
least
that
that's
other
my boyfriend.
category though.
Yeah.
I don't feel like those guys are. Whatever. Coops. Okay, then Coops also.
I think he should be probably A. If he's on a good connection, he's a fantastic player.
C or B.
But I'm cool.
C or B.
I will put him next to Lizard.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Like I said, I would put him A because I know the quality he has. And,
Yeah, me
and he's
too. I mean,
composed
I
and he
think he's
contributes
A as
offensively.
well.
F. F-A.
Coops is
Follow.
honestly amazing.
Fire. F.
And on his shit connection too. But
F.
Cyrax, I don't know.
F.
Let's just do it first. Go. Just do it first.
F. Yeah! We finally have a spine! We
It's not
finally have a
Alright,
backbone!
another F.
Nah.
I love David.
I think David's probably A.
Huh?
I don't agree.
No. Agree?
Oh, low A. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, remember David was a
You're
team.
taking David over
Not
all those other guys.
Well, you gotta remember, this is kind of hard too because he's an anchor. He's not an
I
outside
would.
CB.
No, I would though. I would.
And you can't forget, David was a team of the season
probably
player
would,
even
yeah.
before he joined my team on West Ham.
Yeah, you didn't know that until after he signed.
Nah, dude, it's part of my managerial tactic prowess, is what it was.
To not know anybody.
Exactly. That leaves me purely unbiased.
All right, I guess
That
you
is
can
one
put
take.
it
take.
there.
That is one take.
However,
I
your
haven't
managerial
played with
tactics
that
don't
much.
work out for you.
David got drip. This guy's honestly, I feel like he's also
A.
in that B category. Yeah. A,
I think low A, like low.
Yeah.
A.
He's
But,
crazy,
put him
honestly.
where under Walker. Under Walker
Yeah.
should be fine.
That would be a good
Yeah,
spot.
low A, exactly. You fucking idiot.
That's a good spot.
That's exactly what I fucking said.
I'm
Jello?
right. You're wrong. I don't know
Again,
too much
on my
about
team,
him
so
as
I'll
a
pick
player.
his brain. I think he's
F.A. Fala. Fire.
I think that on his day he is a very good, very
F.
solid center back, but the inconsistency is there. I
Very
would
good
say
player.
upper B. I would say upper B as well.
S tier
Um,
admin, F tier player.
No, that's
Oh, what?
just not true.
How is he S tier admin?
He's the best that they have, bro. He does so much.
Exile? Where would you put yourself on this list?
I'm not even a CB. What are you talking about?
Where would you put yourself on this
You were
list?
CB like three.
You were on the
played
list of names
CB1.
provided.
So where would you go?
You can think right now.
Dude, I haven't been playing CB though. I've been.
Let's hear it.
Fucking
I
Rhino.
gotta hear it.
All right, we don't have time. We gotta go.
All
Come
right,
on.
no, I'd probably put myself at C, honestly.
All right, there we go.
because
C. I agree.
I'm inconsistent as hell. I can be great, but I can also be a bum, and I create too many mistakes to honestly.
I
be
agree.
top tier.
Demba?
You know what your issue is? You're fucking slow. That's your
Cyrax,
biggest
no.
issue.
Well, yeah, that's why I started playing outside mid, and I'm much better there, but I can't do that either, so it's fine.
Nah, you're
All
doing
right,
all right.
Demba, I think he should be where Gato is also, D.
Yeah, that's
He's
fine.
the same case as Gato.
I think B for sure. Demba's
Ooh.
B for sure.
How many fucking CBs do we have?
Well, let's
Iron
go.
Diesel?
F. Fala. Fire. F.
He's like a D or C.
That's tough.
F.A. F.
Double?
I would say B plus, A minus, probably up there with A.
I
David,
feel like
David.
people say he's S tier.
I'll put
I-
double. I'll put double right next to.
I
it's
wanted
not
I wanted to
David.
sign him, so he's
Oh,
good.
it's not
He's a
David?
good
Okay.
player. He's a good
It's not
player.
David.
I'm not. That's not a diss to me. To me, S is elite. Like this guy will.
Yeah,
win
he is
everything.
that. Put it this
Nah,
way.
I don't buy that for a second.
Double does everything. Okay, Wani, Rejectum, Walker, and those guys might be like a little bit more consistent than him, but
Yeah.
double ceiling is the highest out of any CB in
Oh,
Super League.
Hey, look, if we're going off of that, shit, yeah, that's fine. But I'm going off of actual performances now.
All right,
The
fair enough.
inconsistency
I'll
gets
settle
me.
for it. We don't have time to argue, so I'll go with it. That's
A is
fine.
fine.
EMJR 163, I think he's
F.A.
on Swansea.
Fire.
I don't
Fala.
know, man.
F.
I mean, he's on Swansea.
What about King Alex?
Fire.
Rafifa? That's your guy, right? Money?
Fire.
Rafifa?
F.A.
Yeah.
Gaming?
Yeah, he's new to the league. FMVP player.
So
What would you put him at?
Fala.
To be honest, probably
Well,
like
we've got
a
time. We
high
got 2.5
B,
minutes.
low
Hurry
A.
up. Okay, put him there. Fuck it. Go next. Fabian. Fucking F.
no, Fabian's an A.
I'm just kidding.
He's one of the best
Fabian's good.
anchors. In,
He should be an A, yeah.
yeah.
All right, Fears.
Fears?
Fucking
Fears.
F.
And I think
love
Thiago
S.
Ortiz
I
area.
love
S,
Fears.
S?
S,
Okay,
S,
alright.
All right,
S.
fine. Put him fucking S. It's
Fears
fine.
should
Next, move
absolutely
on.
be an S.
Burns.
That is-
C.
Burns in that B
C for
category.
cat
No,
because he's a
in that-
pussy.
He's in that category of like
C for cat.
Isaac, Hoops, Austin, Murray. He's there with them.
C. You fucking spineless cowards. Put him in C.
Burns a good player. I've said it
F,
many times.
F,
but
F for Fets. F. Bum.
Bird,
yes.
Bird as a
Okay,
CB
okay.
is like
Fets would be S tier. I mean,
Fets would
come
be
on.
A tier. You're
S
fucking
tier
smoking
CB?
dick about
Nah.
S. You're fucking smoking
I don't know.
dick.
bro.
Fence
A
is way
tier.
better at DM than CV.
Yeah,
I agree,
Feds is a
I
S tier,
agree.
it's
I
DM
agree,
no
but
question,
he's
but
still that good.
He's still a serviceable CB. I'll put
Yeah,
him next to
serviceable.
Ortiz.
Yeah, you put him or B or
Ortiz.
A.
I
Yeah,
still
with
think
Ortiz.
he's S tier DM. I would say A tier probably for CB.
All
That's-
right, next Fisher, fucking C.
Fish is good.
C.
Fish is like
I don't-
what? No,
He's
a
got
good
one
CB.
half-proven season at CB. He played for
Yeah,
Brighton for one season, and they were in like fucking 6 or 7 C. Easy. Next.
All right, I'm sorry, Fish. That's just you deal with it.
Fucking
Below-
F.
below.
Fire. F.
I don't know.
F.A.
D.
Vape, have some fucking balls.
All
F.
right, and that is
I don't.
okay.
I don't know Bilo. I don't know him.
All right, neither do I. Well, that is all we have.
Awesome.
F.
I believe that's it. This is your
Fire.
CB
Any
tier
final
list, I guess.
thoughts? Is this gonna be set in stone?
I still think Austin should be higher, but you guys are all being fucking.
I think Ortiz should be enough.
I mean, anybody that looks at this, like, I gave myself a C tier. You can't be upset if I give you a higher rating than I give myself. That's fucked. Like,
Honestly, I think the most egregious thing that we've done on this entire list is probably put Picardo at C because it's funny as fuck. Because he could easily also be in the A tier, and I know it's driving him crazy. So that's the funniest part of this list.
Nah, dude, no.
I also think he's trash too. I think he could be in D as well.
Yeah, he
so.
might be, but he's inconsistent.
When
To
Picardo's
me,
on
like,
his game, he's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but then
awesome.
like he just is not all the time.
Yeah, but that's
He's
like
good at-
one out of every 10 games.
You can't have a mental seizure.
I'd say like him,
Oh.
that
And
tier
then
is
the
fair.
S tier.
Like when he's at his lows, like it can be very bad. When he's at its best, you're like, holy shit, why isn't he on a better team? It's the consistency. So I think he's just
He's like really horrible off the
Alright,
ball. Like,
well,
really
it is
horrible.
BYOT time anyway, so I might as well wrap this up. Thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of the Cage Cast. Thank you to Exile for tuning in as a special guest. Always was a pleasure. Uh,
All right, money. Well done.
and then yeah, we'll catch you guys for the next one.
All right, GG's. Thanks, X.